Welcome to Top 4, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Top 4. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Happy days, lads. Champions League semi-final. It's a big week for me and my boys. But yeah, I'm ready to pod. What are you lot saying?
What is happening? I'm joined by Ernest, a Man United fan.
Hey, we hit the Mandem for 6. Cavani's looking like he's 20 years old. Bro, I have no complaints.
And I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
A year ago, I was the king of the roosts. Now I'm struggling to get into the castle.
Oh my god! I'm joined by Dave, an Arsenal fan.
But what? I don't know what to say about Arsenal, bruv. I have nothing.
What you say? And I'm joined by Robinho, Man United fan, but also let us celebrate the Nerazzurri for winning the
Let's go.
Yes.
You lot are living life.
Oh, it's good to be alive, man. It's good to be alive. I tell you what, their first title, Inter Milan, obviously their first title since 2010 in Serie A. That sounds very long, doesn't it? But they are the champions, ladies and gentlemen. Look, let's kick things off because you know what? Football has been on a bit of a downslide of late, and it was even more pushed on the back foot. In fact, we didn't even have a game on the weekend in one fixture because of the protests that happened at Old Trafford. Robin, what were your first thoughts when you saw the people marching into the stadium?
I was like, oh, right, this is happening. So I was literally on the drive back thinking, the protest is happening, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to see the United boys, not Liverpool, into the Europa League. Good times. I come back, I get out the car, and I look at my phone, and I'm seeing messages from all the group chats thinking, the band don't have broken to the ground. I'm thinking, what's happening here? What happens to just normal protesting? So I check in, and I see everything's going on. I see flares being thrown at the Sky Sports studio. I'm seeing people stealing corner flags. I see a guy WhatsApping or FaceTiming his mum while being on the Old Trafford net. Yeah. I know everyone has all their thoughts on it, and I will... there's a lot of things to say on that, but I'll start off with this. I will never stop any fan protesting on what they believe in. They should always be able to have the right to protest. However, there is a point of going too far, and some went way too far. That's all I'm saying there.
Fair dues. Ernest, a fellow Man United fan as well. What was your thoughts when you first saw like the commotion?
I thought, what a bunch of jobless youths, bro. Yeah? Because, like, honestly, man, like, I had a lot of things to do on Sunday. I thought, let me just centralize my day around this fixture. I thought, it's going to be 0-0, but let me just watch it so I know what's going on, yeah? And then I see flares. I thought, bro, are we in Galatasaray, bro? What's going on here? You know what and then I saw.
That's why it ruined your whole weekend. Because I saw you put that in the group. You're like, it's ruined your week. I say that, like, right?
Yeah,
he's planned for this.
Because you guys know me. Football's not that deep to me. I can go a weekend without watching United, and I can be fine. But it's like, obviously, bank holiday weekend. I thought I've got a lot of things to do. I had a flipping bed coming in, yeah, and I had to install the bed quick, bro. Yeah, so I'm thinking, like
that hard labor.
4:30. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna take it.
Ottoman thing.
What's Abby saying? It looked like Iraqi, bro. It looked like Iraq, bro. Like flipping man. Bro, did you lot see the Fed? Yeah, with his face cut up, bro. Man was looking like a player from Mortal Kombat, man. I thought, what is going on here? So for me, just like Robin, you get me. Like protest is protest. Me and Oscar had a conversation in the barbershop where protesting is not bad. I just think that a lot of football fans are. This is where like football fans are fickle. Like is proper like the appropriate phrase to use, because the reality is, even like one of the lawyers that works at Man United said it today. What happened on yesterday is not going to change the Glazers' stance. It's not. So for me, if things have not changed since 2005, like what makes you think that protesting peacefully in the beginning and then doing it quote unquote violently in Old Trafford is going to change the players, the owner's opinion. Number one. Number two, I'm so glad this happened on the flip side, because Gary Neville was legit justifying this. Like, yeah, guys, I don't justify what they've done, but I justify the protest. And then he started to talk about like mobilizing again. I thought, bro, like he needs to be held accountable. Not necessarily that he is the reason they left their yard, but that's the kind of propaganda that was spread that made people think that the club is owned by the fans. Like, it's not your club like that, bro. We're not in the 1920s where man were going to football games and that was the highlight of your day, bro. It is not that. Football is a fully commercialized business. It's not even about the sport as much, bro. You go to Ligue 1 and see if you can find the badge of the club, bro. It is bare sponsors, bro. You're the one. Like, it's not that, bro. Football is not like, bro, come on. Like, Juve are just changing logos for the sake of it, bro. Football is not about the fans anymore. That's why I was like, these lot are jobless. These lot are jobless, bro. Because the reality is, if when it came to like BLM last year and all this other stuff, man, we're talking heavy, talking out of their gums. I'm not putting money in H&M no more. I'm not putting money in Gucci no more. Tutus, Brent Cross is packed with black people, bro. You know where your money goes, and you know that just like Peacocks, just like Percy Ingle, just like all these businesses, yeah, when you stop putting money in these businesses, they go down. RIP. But, bruv, Man United fans want to have their cake and eat it. And his football fans as well in general, you want to have your cake and eat it. You still want to be able to support your club, but you want to be able to protest against them and force them out. It doesn't work that way, bruv. Either you stay watching it in a pub, or you go on Sky Sports, or you put your money flipping in kits and expect the same thing to happen over and over again. You know what I mean? There's things obviously that the owners do that we don't like as fans, but the reality is there's nothing you can do unless you stop putting money into kits, flipping all the other stuff that you lot buy. Was it Pete was telling us years ago how Arsenal fans will complain about everything that's Kroenke's done, lose on the Champions League nights, and be stocking up on kits for them and their youths, bro. Are you not crazy? Are you mad? What are you doing, bro? This is what I don't get about football fans. They're like the fickleness. I saw it on. I was like, I can't believe you lot are going, bro. Half of them were coming in Man United shirts. Half of them were coming in Man United. I was like, what are you lot doing, bro? Like,
I did see a few Norwich City scarves as well. I did think those are hilarious.
It's not Norwich City.
It's Norwich City.
Stop.
No, guys.
You know what it is.
A couple of podcasts ago, Peter called it Newton, and everyone just let it fly. I said, "What is Newton, blood?" Man says the Newton kit. Footy Agenda said, "Football is a business. United is publicly traded. You're not going to get Glazers out with protests unless financial burden forces them to sell."
That links to Ernest's point. You know, stop putting your hand in your pocket. You know, keep your money tight in the pubs. David, what was your thoughts when you first saw this out? Because obviously it happened during the Arsenal game when that was on. Then all of a sudden you just got literally another picture in picture of the United situation.
So 2-2s now, yeah. Now I'm working in it. I'm at Wembley in it, yeah. The signal is just different, but just quiet, nobody there, just chilling.
Who was playing at Wembley?
No, I'm guarding things, bro.
Oh, sick.
TV trucks and that, bro, for Euros and that. So I'm just there chilling. After the Arsenal winning 2-0, I'm like, whatever, innit? You lot, man, let me down, but we'll discuss that later. Then, all of a sudden, you lot put in a WhatsApp group here. I'm seeing a mad thing. So I go on Twitter, yeah. All I see, Lowry Hotel, bus just ain't going nowhere. Hella police and that. I'm just like my thing is, yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea, we all protested, yeah, but Man United just went too far. Like, come on, guys, you guys crossed the line. Even the training ground thing, yeah, at least them man there, they left. They spoke to the man them and they did.
And David, you know you made a point yesterday about stewards, yeah. There's a video circulating the internet of the stewards letting the man them in.
The stewards let them in.
No, guys, listen.
I told them.
Like viewers here, I work in a stadium. I go to. There is no way Never. You can't just. Someone's opened them doors, bro, to let them man in, bro.
Yeah, I said in the group chat, I said, nah, there's no way you can't walk in. I know the security guards. They will toss you out. They all let them in.
David, help me out here. Just as a fan, because obviously I don't work in stadiums. I don't really know that kind of security side of things.
Yeah.
But is there anything to be said about the fact that this was a game where, of course, the security was there, but there wouldn't have been enough security for an actual normal match day because they weren't actually expecting fans. So is there any way that maybe the security didn't let them in, maybe they just forced their way through and there wasn't enough safeguarding because they didn't expect that many people to turn up to the ground?
Well, boy, someone didn't plan. We all knew the protest was going to happen, innit? So
that's
it's not like it was planned out for. This was announced 2 weeks ago.
What's funny is you're going to have more security this weekend because of them knowing it. So if anything, it's going to be more than what they had 2-3 weeks ago. And also, like, not being funny, but you know, a group of guys don't just bolt down a door. You know them ones. So for me, it was either a case of, because my assumption was that I bet that was like the media entrance. You know, like how they let other staff members in and you know people that are working the game. My assumption was that there was a person guarding that door. It could have just been far too many people against 1, 2, 3 man, whatever it is, and they've just bowled straight through. If it's a case of this was a door that was not actually being used, then you know before Sunday even appears, why have we not got this situation solved? You know, has it been alerted that this door has got a fault, or is there something not quite right? Is it are you having the wrong kind of steward over there? There are so many questions. I know.
No. Can we rewind, please? They were at Carrington.
Yeah.
They were at Carrington, guys. This is no joke, bro.
Getting into a training ground, it's full knocks. Like, how are you getting into there? I don't know.
The training ground.
But weren't they just in the entrance? Like,
they got inside. They got to
the door.
They got to Ollie and Fletcher and whatever else. They were chatting to them. They were chatting to Ollie face to face. They spoke to Ollie face to face. It turns out that they were civil and then they dipped. Ollie was like, "Look, guys, come on, let us train. We get what you're protesting about. Let us train. You know what I'm saying? Crack on." And they left in you know, but so that's why I always question. I was like, man, what's going on at Man United?
That could have gone so left, you know.
We've had that for 100%. 100%.
Bro, both of these situations could be very different.
If you're looking at it from a security perspective, like people could and will lose their jobs because it's a case of what if this guy did this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you lot saw the clip on Sky Sports News where Carragher's standing and he's watching the fans walk in. And I'm sitting there thinking, you better get that scouse inside because there's no. You leave him out there. He's there standing with the microphone for a time, and then you hear. What did you hear? That they threw a flare towards that direction because you had Souness, you had Carragher, you had Micah Richards. We're talking about 3 people that should not be anywhere near Old Trafford.
Yeah,
and they're out there in the open, and it's an open.
It's like a safari park.
Honestly, I've been at SW6, bro. You don't know. Big up.
It was crazy. Bosslat Endo said Manchester United are second on the verge of going to a European final, and their fans are still disgruntled, whereas our fans accepted on one fake apology video. I saw an interesting take on Twitter. Somebody said that Man United fans have been angry for a while, but they protested this game as opposed to protesting the Europa League game that happened on Thursday. Do you think the fact that this game really didn't mean much for Manchester United's season is part of the reason that this game is frozen?
So the reason being behind that is because they wanted more coverage. And
Facts.
yes, the whole planning was that it's Man United versus Liverpool, biggest game in England. What would make more coverage? That was it, really.
But do you think these guys would have run on the pitch and potentially hampered Man United's chances of a European trophy? Whereas the league game didn't be scheduled.
If you see like the video and all that stuff of the guys, they didn't barge into the stadium. Like the stewards legit let them in.
Yeah, but they ran up in there. They were out the door. I saw them
that's
out the door when the door was shut.
That's what I was saying. That's why I said, like in the group chat, like I genuinely believe like some of these stewards were on it and was like, this was planned and all that stuff. And let them in.
But what you saying? It's inside job. No, you're saying
trust me, because there's no I'm telling you now, security will not be like that unless these guys would lose their jobs. So I think it's a thing of they was like, you know what, bun this, I can't be bothered anymore. Let the guys in.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
but
yeah.
I think what do you do when there's 300 United fans outside a door and you're one man guarding a door where you're not even expecting fans at a game? I
Don't let them in just like that calmly.
No,
but
I'm busting the door open.
Guys,
but
wait,
you know what?
calmly, there's 300 fans outside a door.
No,
Why-
Oscar. But your question points to the fact that this was poor preparation from the club, knowing that this was going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at it like, oh, certain stewards wanted this to happen, so they opened the door and let these guys in.
I'm not gonna go that far, even though I don't think it's out of the bounds of reason. because the reality is, David is a steward in London, but David doesn't have an affiliation to the clubs that, apart from Arsenal, obviously, the clubs that he works in. The likelihood that these guys are Manx is high, and so if they are local, who's been to Old Trafford here?
No,
If you guys walk down Sir Alex Ferguson Way, guys, it is legit a neighborhood, guys. It's not a fancy. It's like going to Anfield. It's like Anfield Way is ends, bro. It looks like Enfield. You're the one. Right. So these guys are locals that live next to a massive stadium. So the likelihood that these guys would have had some idea of what was happening, and they have it deep-seated in their heart that they don't like the Glazers. That's not what Robin is saying. Is not far-fetched. I'm not going that far, but it's not far-fetched. But the reality is that this is Manchester United, and you know what? This is part of the reason why I've always said that the Glazers don't have the best interest of the club at heart from a footballing perspective. Because when you go there, there's legit no Wi-Fi. The white that stick out of the stadium have been rusting for years. There was one particular game where when it rained, it leaked through the roof. These lot do not care, bruv. So when you're looking at the security perspective, the Man United on a day when you know that it's been all over social media, and now football clubs don't have the excuse of not knowing. It is all over the net. Man United fans did not go into an Illuminati group and said that, bro. No, real talk. Old Trafford looks like Church Road. If you go inside, it's big, bro. It's like when you first saw. It's like when you first saw inside the Allianz and you compare it to the outside. Allianz looks like heaven from the outside. When you go inside, bro, it's any concrete, bro. When you go into OT, it is an old stadium. Do you see what I'm saying? And so
I think other clubs have got that in common. I feel like other clubs have got that in common. Like when you look at like Arsenal, for example, you would feel like there could be some maintenance done here. Same with Chelsea. I've been to Chelsea and I've been like, "Rah, this is Chelsea Football Club Stadium. This is where they play at home." Obviously, Tottenham's is plush because it's so brand new. I can't remember what Anfield in the middle of the derelict.
Well, Anfield got a brand new stand, so even they get some investment. So
they get, you're right. When it comes to the maintenance side of things, facilities, they don't necessarily. It's not their problem,
bro. Last time I went to Old Trafford with Robin, bro, I thought my legs were going to disappear. We walked up for time. Now, Old Trafford is 76,000 seats. He should have an elevator by now, because you go to Wembley. Because I was going to Wembley when Tottenham were playing. One of my guys used to hook us up with tickets. Bro, Wembley is pissed.
Escalator settings.
Bro. Don't get me wrong. It's obviously the national stadium, so I expect it to be one of the best in the country. But Old Trafford has needed fixing since Ferguson was there. They were talking about 88,000. Go on, Oscar.
As in, I think it is kind of harsh to compare it to new stadiums like Wembley, the Arsenal, Tottenham. They're all 21st century stadiums, whereas Old Trafford, Anfield, Stamford Bridge, these are old stadiums. Like
what happened when they extended their capacity? Do you remember they used to be like 70 something? Now they're 78 or 77 or whatever.
That was like in 06.
We talk about Wembley.
No, Old Trafford. When they got the upgrade.
Oh.
Like even when you go back in Premier League years, you should see how Old Trafford looks like even in '96.
Yeah.
Completely different. They're like two different stadiums.
But like, as in when we talk about the ground level, the concrete and all of that stuff, I'm like, bro, you have to rebuild the stadium from the ground up if you want to change all of that.
It's leaking roofs.
I don't know about the roofs. I've heard a lot about the roofs. I ain't never been there. I don't know.
It was a waterfall.
No, guys. In all honesty, Do you remember that? Do you remember that day we lost to Lampard against Derby, and Pogba recorded the video and posted on social media? He recorded it at halftime when it was 0-0. The Wi-Fi was so dead, he had to post it after the game. That's what I'm saying. OT is
even for Poggy, even for Paul Pog.
Peter, they got good Wi-Fi at the Emirates.
The Wi-Fi is techie. It's techie.
It's meaty. Wembley's meaty. I don't know any stadium that has good Wi-Fi.
No, is it?
Does.
I'm not gonna lie. At Wembley, I could tweet.
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you can get a tweet off.
Oscar's got a point actually. Like it's only when I go to the stadiums, like when you go to like the Riverside, Stoke, them man have got the 5G.
I can't lie.
Full on.
I got 5G at the San Siro, and that stadium is falling apart.
Listen, 5G, bro. You can drink a beer on a stadium tour. Listen, the San Siro's got a mind of its own. I'll see them putting pints in a tour. I said, what? This is a different life.
The comments are speaking about bad stadiums. Abdi said Ernie is right. OT area looks like Church Road. Boss at Endo said, you think OT is bad? Anfield Road is butters.
Bro,
listen, Anfield Road.
It looks like Holmes under the hammer.
Hey, Adrian, do you know when we went? Yeah, I swear, brother, it was boarded houses.
Boarded up, bro.
Boarded up, blood. I said, this is the slum. Forget London. And Liverpool. Oh my lord! Like it's not even funny.
Can't believe it.
Boss that Endo said Oscar looks like Joe Black.
He's cold. He's cold though.
Endo will always break man's concentration because you make a statement and you're just
we're just dark skinned brothers. That's what it is. For your agenda said I gave up on football fans when I saw Real Madrid fans debate. Oh, sorry, I gave up on Liverpool fans when I saw Real Madrid fans seriously debate whether Bale was a club legend, and you have dullards from Paul claiming Origi and Lallana are club legends.
Dullards.
AD, let me get your take on Riot City down at Old Trafford.
I think it boils down to this. Ultimately, we see that the Man United fans are a disgruntled group of people, and it's not just when the trophy stops coming in. They were pissed off when you got £80 million for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Glazers took about 60 million of it and gave you Valencia, Obertan, and Michael Owen. We've seen the Norwich City scarves from then. So
that is stop right there. That is probably the biggest football scandal in Premier League history. That has to be it right there.
No, but Pete, this is what Robin was trying to tell you yesterday. It's regular. It's regular, bro.
It is regular.
They take more money out than they put in. That 20% that they give us is money that the club made anyway.
The thing is, I've got no issue with what they take out of the club. That's a different conversation altogether. But I think more what I'm saying is Ronaldo for frigging Obertan and what was it, Valencia and then man there. That's ridiculous. And Owen. And it's like when Spurs sold Bale. Look at the wash they brought in. Look at the drivel that they brought in with 100 million, by the way. Sorry, Adrian, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So I think they've got to a point now where it's like they want to. It's like in history, you think of people like the suffragettes and people who you think they're fighting for a just cause. No, bro, they're defending the suffragettes because big man. Look, I'll tell you, this morning, half of those fans this morning, bro, dawn raids picked up. Man are getting P45, P60. Man are getting skied from their jobs. Because they did all of that, but for them, they see themselves as martyrs, and they feel like what they've done is just, and they're gonna sacrifice themselves for the greater good and for the greater good of the club. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's as simple as this: if the Glazers ain't gonna get the money they need, the Glazers ain't gonna sell, and that's where it is. And ultimately, it's sad because as a football fan, there's not much we can actually do in the grand scheme of things. I mean, you can say give up your season ticket. Bro, it's Manchester United. There's waiting list of like 35 years. If you don't take it, 500,000 people will. So it's a sticky one. It's really sticky.
That is so true. That is so true. Boss like Endo, what's it? Sell Suarez by Lambert Balotelli. I tell you what, never sell that big prize asset. Never sell it because it's not worth it in the end. Even if I get 100 million for that one. The drivel you get back.
Who would you say is the team that recoups their money best from selling a huge asset?
Liverpool.
Coutinho,
yeah.
Yeah.
Coutinho.
Okay.
Coutinho with that.
That was a brilliant. That was a quick answer as well.
Yeah,
Well done, David.
But you know what, Oscar? It's so rare. It's one of those. It's like you literally like you don't see it often.
Oh,
So,
sorry. I'm just reading the comment that put Jonas. But I was like, he won the title with United.
I was gonna
So-
say he won a title like United.
No, but I
He won the title,
think he's saying like since he left United haven't won one.
Okay.
I mean,
So
it's
he's
apples
in
and
like
oranges because Inter Milan had we won it like latest before Inter, so it's a bit anyway. Okay, cool.
Hey, Robin, bruv, you got that higgy Wi-Fi still?
Oh yeah,
Because
I just realised he's frozen. I didn't even clock it.
What's wrong with you? Can you see me? Is everything all right?
I can hear you.
we can
You're
hear
not
you.
moving.
but
It's
you're
not
not
alright,
moving,
I'm
boy.
not moving.
You know what it is? You probably hasn't moved for time, and I've just not deeped it. I've just
Yeah,
not
just
clocked
not
it.
What's
But,
that end? Said Chelsea got Ziyech, Werner, Havertz for Hazard. Not too bad.
Again, you'd have Oscar. If I ask you this question right now, who would you have, Hazard or the other three? Who would you have?
You man.
One. I'll swap Hazard for Havertz. That's
No.
it. The other two-
You
The other two can-
no. It's three, or you get the one.
Oscar try and set it up.
Deal or no deal. This guy. Listen, you get Hazard or you get the free. You would still take Hazard back and give them back the free. That's not even like.
But look at Hazard now, though, isn't it? I don't.
So at Chelsea, what
I
I'm saying is,
personally, I feel like we sold Hazard at the right time. Like, we
No, they
sold him
did.
just in
They
time.
did.
29, 100 plus mil. Yeah, smart.
it's superb sign. Superb deal, of course. Yeah, superb.
Yeah.
You man, I just thought of a good one. Remember when Newcastle sold Andy Carroll for 35 million and they used that money to build a team and they got like top 5. But off that money, they got Demba Ba, Papi Cisse, Johan Cabaye, Ben Arfa. They put the whole of France for that 35
Hey,
million.
Pardiola.
Guardiola.
Hey, do you man remember Johan Cabaye? Hey,
Oh,
Guardiola 8-year
What a
deal.
player.
he was meant to
Money
be an
was-
Arsenal player for like 3 years.
Legacy.
was,
The
yeah.
streets will never forget. The streets will never
Mike,
forget.
Bushki.
Mike Ashley saw our 10 million bid for Cabaye. They said, "Do you want which arm do you want?" We've been the laughing stock of
Hey,
football transfers for
Arsenal
years.
tried to move mad
For
frugal
years.
with it every
Hey,
year.
I
trying
remember,
to skip.
Oscar, do you remember Cahill? I remember we went to Bolton. We went to Bolton for Gary Cahill. We offered 2.5 million, and they said, "We're never doing business with you again." That was it. Us and Bolton, never
No,
again.
because it's disrespectful. It's actually disrespectful. It's
thing
like,
is,
I don't want to
Oscar,
sell
no,
this
but
player
Oscar-
anyway, but you're giving
Oscar,
me this.
Oscar, we wanted 2.5 million, which is a mad thing. They said we want 20 million. He went to Chelsea for 7.5. The next January, he went to Chelsea for 7.5. I was fuming. I was like, "You was giving it big 20." I said,
Yeah,
"Nah."
man. He won it all. He won it all as well. He won it all.
What about that pension from home and away? He played for Fulham. What is his name? We saw that pensioner from home and away. Mark Swartshire, that was the one. We tried to get him again. It was like 5.5K. It was like the
Good
cap.
up, Mike.
Yeah, went to Chelsea and Leicester. He's won 2 league titles since. Flipping annoyed.
Can I ask you like a quick question just before we move on? Yeah. I found this stat out today and I was amazed. Yeah. There's been 3 Italian managers to win the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you put one up?
As in, I know the answer, but go on.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask the question. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm going to, but you answered before I've even got to the questions. I'm like, how do you know? How do you
That
know?
was mad.
Finish it.
They all managed Chelsea as well.
At one point or another, yeah. They didn't all win the league at Chelsea, but they all managed Chelsea.
No, not all of them. That's incorrect.
how-
That's incorrect.
No,
do you mean?
all the winners. All 3 winners.
There's one that didn't manage Chelsea.
Premier League winner.
Yes.
Yes,
Name them.
man.
One of the biggest Italian legends in Italian football history. How
Name
dare
them.
you?
Name them.
No, I'm saying one of them
Wait,
didn't.
have you asked the question already?
He hasn't
What's
asked
the
the
I
question.
don't know.
No, he hasn't asked the
Okay,
question.
I said
Oscar, ask the question.
3 Italian managers have won the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question I was going to ask was how many Italian players have won the Premier League?
Oh,
Hey,
How many
That's the
Italian
follow-up
players?
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Italian players. It's a
jeez.
very interesting one. Wow.
Hey, this is mad.
Balotelli.
Balotelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one.
How many are there, Oscar?
The answer is 1, Mario Balotelli.
Is he the
Right.
only Italian?
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it?
Mad.
Wow.
That's mad.
Wow. I know Arsenal never had any because Wenger didn't trust Italians. How crazy? How crazy is that? You know, that's an actual statement he's actually said. He said, I just don't trust. I don't trust it. I don't trust them coming over.
He's watched bare mafia films, bro.
He literally said, I don't trust them playing. Obviously, where they play, and then you bring them into England.
I think it's the physicality is the pace of it. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How can one Italian?
So Peter, who were the managers you were thinking of?
Well, there's been name your 3 managers that have all managed Chelsea. That's what I want to know.
Ranieri,
I know the one that hasn't,
and then there's one that hasn't. The biggest one of the lot.
Oh, Mancini as well.
Roberto Mancini.
Oh,
Mancini.
I forgot Mancini. You know, my bad.
The thing is, crazy. I was thinking of the. Wait, Zappacosta. Did he not win the title? No. See, I was thinking of Man City's side under Mancini. I'm surprised he only bought one Italian. That is bizarre.
The fact that Mario Balotelli is the only Italian is 100% a fact. The managers, I can only remember 3, so I said 3, but there's 4.
No,
wait,
apparently,
why did you say he was the biggest one?
Mancini's one of the biggest Italian footballers of all time.
No, you said he's the biggest one, and I'm like, bro, Don Carlo is the biggest.
Okay. Do you know what? Yeah, fine. Carlo. I'll go Carlo. I'll go Carlo, then I'll go Mancini.
Italian great. One of them just upped his class this week. He upped his stature in that debate.
Who?
Antonio Conte.
This week.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Conte fan, you know.
Thing is, as a player, Conte was fodder. But we
don't talk about that man never played in the Premier League.
But I'm saying Conte at Juve, for example, people even forget he played there. But then when you look at Mancini, Mancini was the guy. Ancelotti was the guy at their football clubs. They were the guy.
Conte was a guy though.
Conte was like how who's a guy at Chelsea?
I remember watching Conte, and I was like 5 when he was playing. Like
Conte's a guy like Ray Parlour.
His hairline was missing, though.
Right.
We can move on now. I didn't mean to take us on a tangent, but
but you know what? Italian managers, by the way, I swear they had probably the most.
They won the most titles.
Collectively, when you put them all together, they've won the most Premier League titles. Unbelievable stuff.
Oh yeah, because no Englishman has won it. So yeah, it does make
which
sense.
is still
even
so
shocking.
That's wild.
That's funny, bro. No Englishman has won the Premier League. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Since we were talking about the protests at Old Trafford, guys, big game Thursday night. Man United away at Roma at the Stadio Olimpico. I don't know if you lot saw what the Roman ultras did at their training grounds. I don't know if anybody caught with this.
Yeah,
they're all tied up.
They were not
posters about Ollie because apparently Ollie says, I was looking, where did Ollie make this statement saying that he doesn't know what Roma? He's played against them. Of course he'll know.
Ollie tried this. Ollie tried this still. He tried this. And he tried to backtrack as well because he was like, I got a what is it, a signed shirt of Totti in my house. Get back. Get back. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You guys did put the tie to bed in the first leg. You know what I'm saying? I think if you guys go out this Thursday, I mean, emergency pod is what I'll say. Emergency pod. Because that'll be a roll. Remontada though. Remontada is there. It's happened before against Barcelona.
Do you know what was very annoying about that game? Like, Roma were dead from minute 1. And everyone knew that Roma were dead. But somehow, we let a questionable penalty go through. And the defending for whose goal, Xhaka's goal, was shocking. But the Man United realised that this team is dead. And in the second half, they just put them to bed. So I was thinking, why do you do this to yourself?
Robin, they're terrible. They're terrible. When I looked at the last, I think it was 32 or last 8, I was like, the Italian league is terrible, bro. I don't care what anyone tells me. League, bro.
Them man are 7th in Serie A. Nah.
Yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Oh, it's
not happy.
News from the Monday Night Football. Burnley have taken the lead against West Ham. Big news in the top 4 race.
Oh,
I guess who scored it?
Yeah.
Peter, guess who scored it?
Oh, bloody hell.
It's
Get in, Yossi. Get in.
But yeah,
he's from New Zealand. 150th club career goal.
New Zealand. Sorry, Kiwi.
Kiwi.
But yeah.
Is what club career goal?
150th.
150 goals. Fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play. But yeah, no, we should be in the final. So off to, was it Gdansk in Poland?
Hold on, sounds cold.
and they're allowing fans into the stadium. So I was thinking, okay, how are people getting there?
Robbie, you going?
Hey, what would you go, Robin?
To Poland? For who do I work for? Hell no, that ain't happening.
What, you want to go for the Red Devils?
As much as I want to, I like my job.
Find me a ticket, boy.
Oh, well, you be compromised.
Potential. Like I'll say that, like even going to Ireland is sticky. So,
madness. Bro, when you've done Baku, nothing is impossible. All things are possible. After Baku, all things are possible. The other semi-final, we'll get onto the Arsenal talk. Arsenal beating Newcastle on the weekend 2-0, quite surprisingly good. But on Thursday night, David, what on earth happened at Villarreal? What happened to the submarine? Oh, Unai and his gang.
As I said, I've asked you, man, all season, bro. Is this what Guardiola taught, Arteta, to play? Because, bro,
you know, I just remembered the false nine. I've just remembered the false nine.
Bruv, what's my man's name? Is it Foyth? Whatever his name.
1 point, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what an equalizer!
Spurs reject.
Equalizer.
And Antonio Golazo, according to SW6.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. Antonio, as in Mikel. Okay, I thought he was talking about the manager. Wicked.
I was talking about a new Italian right back.
Oh my god! Oh man, David, what's Pep Guardiola taught Arteta in managerial football?
I don't understand what this guy is doing, bruv. Martinelli can't get a game, really? What's he done to you, bro?
Imagine no strikers are available, but Martinelli and Nketiah are on the bench. Astonishing scenes.
It's just we've not played false nine. We've not played false nine all season. You decide on the semi-final. Let's play this, bro. and all these assistant coaches are all sidemen, bro. No one can stand up to man and tell him wagwan, cuz.
On a real, what are these assistant coaches doing? What are they saying?
What's Steve Round and that?
The Martinelli disrespect is a bit harsh. I remember there was a Europa League game Peter got me a ticket for. I went to watch and then I saw this kid and I was like I didn't know anything about Martinelli. And instantly I was like, this guy is levels. Like his control, right foot, left foot, comfortable on the ball, good dribbling, crossing is good, passing is good, and in the box, instinct, finisher, header, whatever you need, he can get you the job done. And I don't really understand why it's taken so long for Arteta to even feature him. And I don't even think it's by choice, because if Lacazette was fit and all these players were fit, Martinelli wouldn't get a look in. It seems like after the injury, he's been a complete afterthought. Are you guys worried about this, or are you just done? Because it's
I'm actually quite worried. I'm very, very worried because, like, even Klopp was talking big and saying this is when he saw him at Anfield, when he absolutely tore up Anfield when we lost in the end. But he was saying this kid is something else, right? And you know, he must sit there. Martinelli must sit there. Look at Mbappe and Haaland. Look at the airtime they're getting. Bellingham. You know what I'm saying? These men are getting airtime. Foden. They're getting airtime, right? And yet I'm sitting here having to just wallow behind this shower of crap. And then the people like Eddie gets ahead of me. This guy is serial talent, fam. I know Arsenal fans.
Eddie Nketiah starting in front of him is abomination, bro.
Here's my thoughts on Eddie Nketiah, right? I think Eddie Nketiah is actually a very good player when he plays amongst his age. I think when he comes to the Premier League and you're playing against big grown men, he's no match. But for his age group, he's actually very, very good. Martinelli, however, turns up and is literally like, I don't care who this club I'm playing against. I don't care if you're Chiellini. I don't care if you're, you know what I'm saying? You could be any guy, blood. I'm going to come and I'm going to make sure I'm going to put the ball in the back of the net. I remember his debut when, again, a Europa League tie. And I think somebody whips in the ball from the left and he scores a header within seconds. The game kicked off. Within seconds, he scored a header. And I was like, oh, hello, he's arrived. Okay.
Even his performance against Nottingham Forest, I think. I watched it at the shop and I was like, this guy scored a header between two taller centre-backs than him.
Yeah,
I was nah, this brother is different, bro.
He's
Can I
got
play
left
him?
Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, you know,
Yeah,
when he
that
went
one
half
as well.
of the field, and he flattened the goalkeeper. Like you have to understand, when you're that young and you're playing under that pressure in the Premier League, right? And this is to put the game. I think we went to go 1-1 at the time. Like
Yes.
that is serious
With
cojones
10
to do
men.
that.
Right.
We were down
With
to
10
10 men as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, it's just to pay him the highest compliment I could possibly play him. When I watch him as a young player, he reminds me of Cho. Like he's that good.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah? Do you know who he reminds me of? I'm not even no cap. Yeah,
Yeah.
he reminds me of R9, bro. I feel like if he gets the nurturing right and he's constantly playing, we're seeing the next R9 in our hands, man.
It's really, really annoying because at a club like Arsenal, he's not going to get the game time he needs to fully blossom and develop.
Hence why Arteta needs to dip, bruv. I cannot stand it, yeah. When you see a player who plays your tactics are, plays it well to the T, bruv, and he still doesn't get game time, bruv. From you to cut, bruv, and then you play Willian and Ketia, all these. I'm like, nah, bruv, you need to go, bruv. Because you're just enemy of progress now, bruv.
Yeah,
It's long.
Yeah,
It's long,
the first half alone, Emery said, "This is who you fired me for." Okay, I'll show you.
bro. The first half, yeah, like no cap. I was watching a European side. I said, this is a Spanish side passing the hell out of an English side. It was like a vintage Spanish performance. I was like, what is going? This first half, you know, like when you're getting spun bare, you're just seeing like friggin' stars. I was seeing stars in that first half because I was like, what the hell is going on here?
I think he said put pressure on them early.
But if you hear his post match, he said we were going for the 3 and for the 4. Emery said. But what's funny is at halftime, and I'm people are going to get onto it after. At halftime, he takes off Alcacer, right, and brings on Coquelin. That's strange. So he's gone and joined the false 9 gang, right? And then what Emery has done so often as an Arsenal coach is the what's the word? The cautiousness going to games. Like when he went to Goodison, I'll never forgive him for this, with Guendouzi and El Neni. That was when my red card came out for him. I said, nah, this is a joke. We lost 1-0 at Everton. This is a joke. He literally said, Arsenal, have the ball. And we went down to 10 men, by the way. We went down to 10 men. He gave us the ball and Arsenal were on the ascendancy. But funny enough, when they went down to 10 men, then Villarreal came back at it again. We could have lost 3-1. But how we are in this tie, honestly, it's down to Unai Emery. The fact that we're in this tie.
That's why I don't have respect for Emery. Like Abdi put up a comment saying Emery signed Arteta. I'm like, bro, Emery should have been out of sight. There shouldn't be Roma are not in the second leg. It doesn't exist. Yeah, Man United won the game. They won it. Yeah? That's what Villarreal should have done. They should have won the tie.
Oscar, I do not trust this team, bro. Arsenal at home. Arsenal at home.
You're in it.
No, we're in it, but I see us ruining it, bro.
Honestly, bro, David, I'm astonished. There's something to play for on Thursday night. I'm astonished because, like you said, we should have been out of sight, out of mind. You know, like their top scorer didn't even have a sniff. Didn't really even do much in the game. But their man there were looking at Xhaka at left back, said, "I'm gonna have a piece of him." Then they looked at Ceballos in midfield. I'm gonna have a piece of him. I'm going to have a piece of... Like, they were having fun. That first half scared the crap out of me. That's what I put in the group. I said, United, guys, you do not want Villarreal in this final. Believe me. Because if they do anything like this...
Pete, I'm not going to lie to you, Pete, yeah? I didn't watch the game, innit? But you see when I saw the highlights, I said, these are the ghosts of mediocrity past.
Oh, yeah.
In hell.
Look at the names.
I saw Raul Albio. I saw Coquelin. I saw Juan Foyth. I saw Alberto Moreno. I said, man, I'm shook of either game. Like, if we get to the final, I'm shook of either game because of the managers, not the teams. Like, we are better than both teams. But especially Villarreal.
The thing is, what's funny is, what we saw Unai do in the first leg, we could see him doing that in the final. And therefore, Man United go ahead and win.
Antonio again.
Get it, you hammers. Come on.
No,
that's 2-1.
Guys, this guy's movement, he's not a striker. He's not a winger. He's not a right back. He's not a right midfielder.
He's a problem.
His movement in the box
is problem.
Evil, bro.
He's a problem, yeah. Is he causing havoc?
Oh, my God.
He's causing havoc.
Wreaking mayhem.
But yeah, no, it's you know, me and David are so worried about Thursday night. It's going to be so nerve-wracking. Our home record this season is laughable. Yeah, it's absolutely laughable. So you know, I was more confident away. Like I was more confident away, but the way we got murked. Yeah.
Let me, as I said the other season, last season, I'll say it again. Man Europa League, bruv. I don't want us to go to the final, bruv. First, 2 reasons. One, I don't want to get to the final and then United just slap us, end our season. I know these two will just be on it, bruv, and I'm done with this. I do not want to end the season like that, yeah. And number 2, as I said it last season, before the FA Cup final, we need to start again, bruv. We need to, bruv. If we get into Champions League, it's going to be the same thing, guys.
No, honestly, when you watch those semi-finals in the Champions League and you look at the quality of football there, and then you compare it to your team, and you're just like, do I want any part of this? Do I
want these hands?
Hey, bro.
I don't want the spades.
Levels, we're not levels.
On a real, every clubs are looking at you know the Man Cities and PSGs and they've not even won the Champions League, and look at the quality they've got there. You're just sitting there thinking, for flip's sake,
you're watching it and you're seeing quality all over the pitch.
Honestly,
we're not there, bro. I don't know about you, David. When you go through like defeats, or when you see like even like the Newcastle game, I started pondering a lot on the team. And I looked at the 11, I looked at the squad. I said, right, you know, have I been too harsh on Arteta? Have I done this? Have I done that? Then I looked at the squad, right, and 17 players out of the 25-man squad he either signed or renewed contracts for. For then I said, nah, you know what? Nah, bun it. What am I talking about? Get the heck out of here. You know what I mean? I thought after a while, I was just like, nah. He needs to dip. That's the thing. I don't want it to be Arteta in the Champions League. I'm sorry. I know I should forgive him if he wins the Europa League and we get in the Champions League. The truth is, though, like, is he going to change his ways? Is he going to be a different manager than what we've had, you know, in the last year? Because it's astonishing he's kept his job. Guys,
it's amazing.
It's the process.
Listen, guys, his league form is shocking. It is shocking, guys. I don't understand.
Question: what's the highest you could finish? As of now,
it's probably 10th.
Boy, it's probably 10th. I don't know. When you say, I mean, what do you mean mathematically?
Yeah,
it's probably.
I mean, look, we're like 5 and 4 points, and 4 points behind, you know, 8th, 7th. So it depends. It's still it's us having to win and everybody having to lose. We could probably finish 6th, but. But on that, man, just cancel FC. The minute, you know, one thing that I could probably hang my hat on is if this Man United Liverpool game gets pushed to a date that does not suit Man United because of the Europa League final, because I hear that the final is the Wednesday after the Premier League is finished, right? The Champions League is the Saturday after the Premier League finished.
So just so that you know, the talk is that Liverpool's last game of the season gets pushed to midweek, and we become their last game of the season. So it doesn't affect us as much.
Okay, so you might have to, so it still could be fitted before in, but you know, it's. I mean, do they want to risk putting Man United Liverpool in the last game of the season? I mean, that will be interesting.
It still affects you, man. You've got like a big gap or a 7-day gap in between the Europa League games, and then now you have to find.
Which is nice for once.
It's nice. It'll be nice if the game was cancelled, but you have to play that game a later time. So, yeah, it's not going to be good for United players, especially when you know Oli doesn't like to rotate too tough. So you got Fernandes and Rashford playing every game.
I do not need to see Rashford or Bruno on Thursday. I do not.
I don't know why you're saying this, Stars.
On Thursday, I mean, you will need to start them.
On Thursday? Ooh,
no, come on, bro. I know it's 6-2. I know that, but come on, like trust me, don't do that because Remontada will come for you, fam. And then if all you know, you have to get 4 away goals. It's all stress. They've got 2 away goals. Let's not forget that. You know, all they got to do is win 4-0. I say all, but you know they got to win 4-0. You know what I'm saying? They won 3-0 against Barcelona.
I love the hope that you have.
No. What I'm saying is United have to play Bruno and Rashford. That's what I'm saying. You start them, take them off after 60, 70 minutes when the tie is done. But to not play them, to not start them, holy man, you're right. Because all it takes is 1-2 goals in the first half, and the tie is open again. And it's like, what for? Why are we putting ourselves?
The thing is, if we shut it down in the first half, that's then what you're saying, Robin, is a luxury we can afford. But I don't care what game it is. Rashford with 1 foot has to start. Has to start.
Because who are you playing instead of them? You know them ones. Who are you playing instead for a European semi-final? The risk is too high. Risk EPL.
The fact that Ollie's got semi-final judge means that we have to play our best to guarantee that the curse is lifted, bro. You know the ones.
Who are you more confident of beating in the final, Ernest and Robin? Man United, Arsenal or Villarreal?
Villarreal.
Interesting.
I think it will be Arsenal, bruv.
It's the fact that it's Man United.
Did you say confident
Arsenal
of meeting or beating?
Beating. Sorry, as in who do you feel more confident of winning against?
Villarreal.
Yeah, I think it has to be Villarreal.
Really over Arsenal?
Does Emery not sway it?
No, because
it's the pressure at the
Man
name
United
and all that
lose to
stuff.
1-5 and Alberto Moreno, I'm not watching Man United again. That team is terrible, bruv. Yeah.
Have you?
Arsenal.
What's our back for? You know what I mean?
But bruv, we haven't beaten Arsenal since Jose.
Yeah.
We haven't beaten Arsenal since Jose.
Yeah, because
I'm only looking at the teams.
In reality, if Man United play Villarreal, I'm not going to watch the game. I'm just going to tune in at 9:30, see Harry Maguire doing this.
Yeah.
And it's done. Like, I won't even care because it's like you can't lose to Valencia in the final. Like you can't do that.
No, Oscar, I'm not going to lie, man. The Villarreal tie will be harder. Arsenal, I would have had more faith in Arsenal, but Baku is still fresh in the memory. Where we turned up against a team who didn't need to win the trophy, by the way, who finished third in the Premier League to be in the Champions League. Man United are second in the table, already in the Champions League next year. They don't care about winning that trophy.
There's juices, there's factors, there's history,
Oscar,
there's all of that.
Oscar, the pressure for us is so high that the mentality cannot reach. It's what happened in Baku. What happened in Baku? I saw grown men fall at the feet of Eden Hazard and Olivier Giroud. That's what I saw.
That's a prostrate, you know.
That's what I saw. You know, one of them. You if I asked you after those 90 minutes, who do you think needed it more? You'd have definitely said Chelsea. You'd have said, "Oh, Chelsea they were clearly playing for their heart." It's like, and the first half was 0-0. First half was 0-0, by the way.
The joke is you were better than them in the first half.
And it was 0-0 with shooting them blanks. I don't even blame Emery for that one. Those players absolutely bottled it. And I can see them seeing Man United and thinking, you know, you think about social media, you think about the way Twitter is, the way the fan bases are. I think they'll break it.
The thing is, the reality is, Man United are better than both teams. But Ollie has not won a trophy at Man United. So my confidence is very much lukewarm, bro.
Ernest, I'm not gonna lie. If Villarreal face Man United in the Europa League final, that is Unai Emery's trophy. That is Unai's. Trust me. The way that first half went.
If Man United lose to a team with Alberto Moreno, Juan Foy, Francis Coquelin, and Etienne Capoue, man, I'm off top four. I'm not coming back.
Ernest,
Don't be so bad about United. They're not good.
Ernest, you know what? Ernest, I also saw Unai Emery beat Liverpool in the Europa League final with Sevilla. People like Alberto Moreno in that side, Jesus Navas in that side.
But the thing is, Sevilla had pedigree from early, and that Liverpool team wasn't a team where I say they should 100% outright beat them. Manchester United. Say that again.
That Liverpool team weren't winning trophies.
Exactly. This Manchester United team is head and shoulders above both teams. If Man United managed to find a way of losing to this team, I'm not coming back. No. Because in all seriousness, I saw the Roman team sheet and I said, Man United have to beat this team. I saw Smalling with locks. I said, we are beating this team.
Bro, a 34-year-old Edin Dzeko starting at Old Trafford. I said, this can't be true. This can't be happening. It's been a
Shout out Edin Dzeko, bro. Got mad love.
Yeah,
for him.
shout him out, man. I think he's like the 5th highest goal scorer in Roman's history.
Abdi065 said, leave Oli
Put him
alone.
away.
5 semis in 2 years, 2nd place and 3rd place, as well as beating the best team in the league. Put some respect on his name.
I don't
He has to
understand
win.
what
He has to win something. He has
He has to win something.
Yeah, for real.
He has to win something. That's
Listen,
the truth.
I don't
That's
understand
it,
what
5
all of that
semis.
meant, because the reality is there's no trophy attached to his name at Man United.
Yeah.
There's not
Five
one.
semis.
To what end?
Wait.
To what end?
5 semis and no finals. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, do you know how mad that is,
Pete,
blood?
Pete. Real talk, real rap, yeah. Guys, all jokes aside, if Man United lose to Villarreal, I'm not coming back.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, man, I swear to you, that first half, Unai and his gang, I tell you what, it will be very interesting to watch. I wouldn't mind doing a watch along if anybody's on it, but that will be very, very interesting to watch. Put it that way. That will be an interesting tie.
No, guys. Man United cannot lose to this team.
United have to win the Europa League.
I like.
Okay, all right.
Because I've always felt like there's no pressure on United. It's all on Arsenal. Now I'm thinking about this.
No, Oscar,
have to win the Europa
let
League.
them know. Someone
crazy.
asked me at the shop at the last 16, who is the best team in the Europa League? I said, it's Man United. If Man United don't beat this team, it's no, guys. There's no point. There's no point talking about Fergie. There's no point talking about Glazers. There's no point talking about the future. It is Villarreal.
It's right.
This team.
It's right.
Yo, question: Who have Man United gone out to in these semis though? Like in these games, has there been anybody where you thought surely
Man City in the
City
League Cup,
twice. Man City twice.
Chelsea in the FA Cup,
Chelsea.
semi,
And it was Sevilla
in
in the
European
semis.
semi.
And to be fair, that Sevilla side, now that was awful. That was an
Luke
awful
De
Sevilla side.
Jong.
Yeah.
Luke De Jong was the start.
To be fair, they should have beaten that Sevilla side and probably should have beaten that Chelsea side.
Bro, so Oscar Sevilla won the Europa League. Like, do you know how mad that is? They won it. They are so out of sight that we don't know where they are right now. Because how Lopetegui got that side to win it? They beat Inter in the final. You know, Inter should have.
Yeah. Conte not winning that was a bit.
Conte not winning that was a howler.
No, that was on one player, and you know who it was.
Who tell us?
You know exactly
Big
who
Rom.
was the reason.
Big Rom.
Who?
Wait, did he miss it? Did he miss his sitter in the final? I don't remember.
He missed the biggest
Did he
sitter.
score an own goal?
But he scored the own goal.
Yeah. Okay.
But Oscar,
okay.
but Ernest as well. Don't forget, Conte was in the Champions League that year and somehow ended up playing in the Europa League final.
No. We're talking about why Inter didn't win the Europa League. Let's not get distracted. There was a reason that they didn't go through in that final, and it's one player.
Yeah.
But you man didn't want to. He did score and he scored an own goal and then missed the sitter. Okay, cool.
Lukaku batted up Leverkusen as well. You got them there.
But the thing is, okay, cool. Okay. All of Lukaku's lawyers turn up when it's time to go.
Not me, Kai.
Scudetti.
Not me, Kai.
Hey,
His first league title. Well done.
Hey, speaking of Lukaku, I saw a tweet today that said if he doesn't win Player of the Year, it's racismo. I agree, bro. Man has 30 goal contributions in Serie A.
Who's this competition?
Wait, Italian Player of the Year or like Ballon d'Or?
No. Player of the Year.
Serie A Player of the Year. But you know these men will give it to Cristiano Ronaldo because Cristiano is second.
If you take Lukaku out of that team, bruv, it's a Harry Kane thing, bruv.
Yeah. Guys.
Sure, I'm surprised they even won it.
But guys, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 99 goals for Juventus.
Oscar, the league is terrible. Serie A is terrible.
He's one goal away from becoming the only player in world football to score 100 goals for 3 different clubs. That's crazy. It's crazy that we've witnessed all of this. It's crazy.
Cristiano.
Honestly, listen, bruv, that man is a hero. Let me tell you, that is a hero. Flipping hell. hats off to the guy, man. Hats off to him.
That's the captain Portugal, you know.
Because we literally remember his debut at Old Trafford in 2003. I literally remember it.
I remember it. And I remember being like, this guy ain't it.
He's washed.
I'm like, this guy ain't it.
I remember.
Remember the days people calling Cristiano the fake Ronaldo.
Yeah,
calling him that, and they changed it around. So you know him as CR7.
But Robin, that actually carried on well into like his Real Madrid days. That's what I never understood. I'll be at work and the man will call him fake Ronaldo, and I'm like, guys, like, let's not disrespect my man, bro. Like he scores goals, bro. Like, let's not lie.
People got a lot of love for R9, innit? R9's probably the most unconditionally loved footballer ever. R9
and CR7 is a greater Madrid player than him.
Facts.
Yeah. No, that you can't argue. The sad thing about R9. The sad thing about R9 is
can you say it louder for the people in the back, please?
Serie A is washed.
Thank you. Wash league.
Scorer in his mid-30s with Verona.
Work.
9 times in a row. Oh,
was it Quagliarella tearing it up last year?
Yeah, 37-year-old. 37-year-old Quagliarella.
He was 36.
Man, like Di Natale retired, banged a hat trick in his final game. I said, you know what? There's still life in me because this league is that bad. Come on, man.
What? That's why I mean. Robin was saying Harry Kane should go to Juve.
Saying that, didn't Luca Toni also get the top scorer in the Bundesliga though? I think he got the top scorer there as well with Bayern. But
Bayern potentially.
Luca's all right. Luca Toni's all right.
I talk for Luca Toni.
Listen, I've got time for Serie A football. Okay, Golazzo. I've got time all day long.
Maybe in the year 2000. Sure.
You man are watching a goal in the 10th minute and in the 80th, and nothing in between.
I ain't got time, man.
Minimal sprints. Minimal,
bro.
There was times where AC Milan would take the lead, in the first half, game over. I done. I don't forget, bro. Man United drew 2-2 at home to AC Milan in the Champions League semi-final, and they went to the San Siro and went out. I said, nah. I said, this is not happening. That man went out after 2-2. I'll never forget this thinking. AC Milan, them man have got some stuff going on at the back. Because you could get away goals, you could get 2-0 leads, you could do anything. You still go out. You know. Anyway.
Can I just say this West Ham Burnley game is going on, and this is the best performance in the Premier League that I've seen from Ben Rama. Like, he's actually been a nuisance. Like, he's actually doing what he used to look like at Brentford. You know what I mean?
Let's see, man. Let's see if West Ham can get in the Europa League, and we could be talking about them next season in a semi-final against Manchester United. Do you know what I mean?
But quick question: Did they make it? Did they make it there the last time with Billy?
Who? No, they got knocked out in the qualifying round.
Yeah, they got
Astra.
Astana, I think it was. Yeah, Astana.
Astana.
That's the one.
To be fair to them,
let them know, bro.
It's a good season.
Where did this revival from Ribery come from?
Bro,
I swear he started at Fiorentina. He got 7-7. I said, yo, this guy is on. He's on. Hey, Serie A is lovely. It's lovely.
I can't rate that league, man. I can't do it, bro.
Oh my days. Oscar,
that guy's telling you to take that shirt off, Adrian. Get rid of that shirt.
Oscar, we move on to the Chelsea because they've got a big European semi-final at home to Real Madrid. It's right on the tipping point. It's 1-1 heading into this tie. Away goal to Chelsea. Oscar, how confident are you feeling about? Is it Tuesday night? Are you playing? Or
Wednesday
you playing Wednesday?
night.
Wednesday night. How confident are you?
Oh, mate, it's the biggest game of our last 5 years. We haven't had a game this big. I'm not
5.
Yeah, when have we been in the Champions League semi-final, Peter? When has that happened?
I mean, you've won league titles. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but okay, fair enough. That doesn't ride on one game. I'm not very, very confident, as you would put it. I'm 50-50. I don't feel like we're like Real Madrid are favourites, but I don't feel like we're favourites. I'm very much 50-50. It depends on how the game is going to go. Real Madrid are coming to Stamford Bridge to try and win. They're obviously going to come at us. They're going to score goals. But we, under Tuchel, not even under Tuchel, just in general the season, we've kept the most clean sheets of any team in Europe.
He's got 17 clean sheets as a. Is it him? Is he got 17 clean sheets as a Chelsea manager?
We've got 30 this season, so that doesn't sound mad.
Yeah, so imagine Chelsea have got 30 this season. He's got 17 of them.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
unbelievable.
If there was any team that was meant to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid, it's us. You know what I mean? So that's what we've got to try and do. I don't see us scoring goals because we're just not a goal scoring team. Tekka has said, I think Real win it 1-0 and it will go to extra time. It won't go to extra time if they win 1-0. They'll just go through.
Do you know what though? But Oscar, so for example, if it stays 0-0 in 90 minutes, does it go to extra time or did Chelsea just
away goals?
So the thing is though, here's the problem I have with the Chelsea game. If I was a Chelsea fan, why I'm nervous, Chelsea don't necessarily know what to do in this game. Madrid know exactly what they have to do. And when you're the team that's got one mission, one goal, you got to go and do this, then, everybody walks together in that pack. When you're Chelsea, you're like, do we defend? Do we take a lead? Do we, when there's more than one option, it can confuse.
But that's why I brought up the clean sheet stat. You have to defend. You have to play like you're an Italian side. Like literally, like
You don't think you should go out and go get a couple of goals, or is it just because you can't?
I think
it's not the priority.
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's not the priority because ideally, if it was any other team, I would say go and win the game. But because of the way Chelsea play, we need 7 chances to score 1 goal. We're not clinical. Like you saw. I don't know if you saw the first leg, but that miss from Timo Werner was outstanding. But it's a common occurrence every single game. We're missing them kind of dumb chances. Yeah. So. Yes, I think we should invite Real Madrid on, let them have the ball, let them try and build us high up and then play balls over the top to players like Pulisic and Werner. I know it's basic Route 1 type of football, but I think it's the way that we're going to win this game. Very, very similar to how we beat Manchester City in the FA Cup semi.
Oscar, you've also got to be wary. Look at the goal Benzema scored. Look at the type of chances he was getting. It's like he was scoring, like he had a few shots where you're just like, that shouldn't have been a chance on goal. Like no other striker in the world can do that often, right? So that's my worry for Chelsea. If you go into defending mode, I feel like then you're going to give Madrid the ball. Like I don't know, man. That's going to be a risk. Because Madrid are going to come out. They're just going to come firing because they've got to score goals.
We've got to pick them off, though. We've got to pick them off. We've got to take our chances. Because in the first half, they try to come at us in the other leg, and Zidane had a nightmare. He had a nightmare. Chelsea were in behind so many times, and we didn't capitalize on it. Like literally, second half.
That's what's going to kill Chelsea. That's what's going to kill Chelsea. If Chelsea go out, that's what's going to kill them. It's not taking their chances.
Fam, why you man still playing a striker that's not clinical enough, bro?
Poor Tammy.
What do you mean? Who's the clinical striker?
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham's not a clinical striker, Peter. Come on.
Yeah, to be fair, he's not clinical. He's not clinical.
He's more clinical.
I said this to you last season. I said this last season on the pod. I said Tammy's not that guy. You were like, nah. He scored 50 in the league. Now you're doing the revisionism thing.
When did I say Tammy's that guy? Nah, come on, man.
No, listen.
When Tammy's not that guy.
You said his 15 goals were Higgy, and I said, what does that mean?
And I said he's not. And I said
Tammy
he's
not
that
guy.
guy.
Fair enough. Yeah, for a Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, of course Tammy's not that guy. I don't have no issue with that.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm saying to Peter's point, I don't think that Tammy's the type of player that Tammy is solves the problem of Werner's goals. I don't think.
Ernest, are you really telling me that you don't think Chelsea have more goals if Tammy plays?
No.
Yeah.
It's not a substantial amount.
Yeah, it's not substantial. Yeah.
So would you start Werner on Wednesday night?
My front three is Pulisic has to start, then Werner, and then Mount. Those are the front three for me.
Like in the summer, Chelsea have to get a number 9. Have to get a number 9.
I think we look at Tammy Abraham, and I know Chelsea's a big boy thing, but when you consider the guy's age and you consider what he's actually been doing in his career, like Tammy has actually done for his age. like I said, you remember that comment I made about Nketiah? I said in his age group, Nketiah is a baller. Tammy Abraham has actually been doing bits, and I've been his biggest critic. But I'm only been a critic unfairly to him because I've been a critic of the fact that it's a little baby joining secondary school. But for me, it's not about his talent. The talent is there. The guy would easily score 15 goals in the league a season comfortably at Chelsea.
Tammy Abraham's a decent striker. The thing that he needs to do is go and play football. He's not going to play football at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Maybe because Maybe because I watch Chelsea week to week, I've already gotten over that. I realised it 3 or 4 games into Tuchel's reign that he don't rate Tammy, and it's over for Tammy. So
Oscar, my fear is that this is another Lukaku on your hands, because Lukaku at 18 wasn't necessarily pulling up trees, but you saw there's something there. In the same way, we're looking at Abraham, we're like, do you know what? There is something there. If he does get a decent club, if he's at the bottom, he might not excel as much, but if he gets a decent club, the guy's racking up goals.
In terms of players that have left Chelsea, if Tammy was to leave, I would see him more like Salah, in the sense that when he left, I wasn't mad that he left, and now obviously we would take him back, but I'm not angry at the club for letting him go. You know what I mean? If Tammy goes, Tammy needs to go and play football.
You guys have too many of that, though.
What do you mean?
And they still win the league.
But how often do we always sit here and there's another player going out and there's another one going out?
That's why I'm terrified of losing players like Hudson-Odoi and that. And I was terrified of losing Tomori. But Tammy Abraham, I feel like he's only going to become the player that you're talking about if he plays football. At Chelsea, he won't do that. He'll sit on the bench and he'll become Batshuayi. What's the point?
I'm saying he should be the number 9. He should be Chelsea's starting striker.
No, he's not good enough. No, he's not good enough.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
He's not good enough.
I'll tell you what, Leicester. You see, he's linked with Leicester. He's linked with West Ham. Excellent moves for him. As we're saying, Tammy Abraham, 15 to 20 goal a season striker, absolutely. But when we're talking about Chelsea, the level, bro, there's levels to it. He's just not at that.
But AD, you can't say 15 goals in the league because that's only at Chelsea. He can't get that anywhere else.
Yeah,
unless you're top 6. No, because name me a footballer in the Premier League who below the top 6 gets 15 goals. It doesn't exist.
Vardy? Jamie Vardy.
Oh, okay. I consider Leicester in the competition. They compete.
Is Ings in that conversation?
Ings is a good conversation. Is a good one. That's a good one.
The people that Tammy is competing with is Calvert-Lewin, Bamford, Watkins, and they're all better than him right now. All 3 of them.
That's not fair. No, I don't agree with that.
No, there's an argument that some of them are older than him as well.
Listen, Ernest. How old is Tammy Abraham?
Tammy Abraham's 24.
He's born 1997.
24.
Yeah, born 1997.
That proves my point even more.
Bamford's older than him. But Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins, that's his class, bro.
Oscar, I'm having. But guess what? Out of that class, I'm having Tammy out of all of them because he can actually do it on the big stage because he's done it before.
Okay.
The rest I can't speak for.
I disagree.
I've got a question, bro. What happened to development?
23.
Yeah, no, but David, in order for these players to develop, they have to play football. And Tammy's getting that football at Chelsea.
No, David, we know that at Chelsea you have to be levels.
Bro, Chelsea in a grad scheme.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
it's direct to level.
Is here and now. If you're not getting to me now,
okay,
get out of here. That is Chelsea.
No, guys, listen, hold on. Listen, you're going against, we're talking about beating City, bro. That's a machine over there, and you're gonna keep spending. All right, cool, bro. Why do you think this man wanted the Super League? Why do you think that man wants Super League? Because they're losing money, cuz. So you got to do it another way, bro. You can't keep forking out 80, 90. The fees are going up now. They're not coming back down to 50.
It keeps, bro. It has worked, bro. We said this for time.
When was the last time they won the thing? When was the last time Chelsea won the league?
Ernest, I was going to say, Ernest, Chelsea should have way more Premier League titles than they do now.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's be clear. They should have way more.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, but if you're talking to Roman Abramovich, are you going to tell Roman it's not working?
You say it's not working now.
That's a slap in the face.
When was the last time they won the league, bro?
2015.
20 what?
2017. 17.
Was it 17? Yeah.
They did win one in 17. Conte was 17. But the truth is, But the thing is, it's the strikers. When we look at Chelsea strikers over the last 20 years, you only pick out two that you say, yeah,
There's only 2 or 3 good ones.
Two or three are worthy. Yet the youth, exactly. Yet the youth that they've let go, they've had players they've churned. Eddie Nketiah was a youth player at Chelsea. Like, they are churning players all the time. And at some point, you have to just say, look, we've got one here. He scores, he actually scored in the Super Cup against Liverpool. He actually scores in decent games. Do you know?
No, he missed the penalty. He missed the final penalty.
He missed the penalty, yeah.
Who scored 2 goals for Chelsea?
That's the horrible one to pick. Yeah, he missed
Shame. No, I thought he scored it. I thought he scored it in the 2-2.
He scored for Chelsea that game. Yeah.
Giroud scored in the first half. I don't remember who scored. Jorginho scored a penalty.
Was it Pulisic?
Nah, Pulisic had the assist for Giroud's goal, and then Jorginho scored a penalty. Okay. And then Mount scored, but it was offside. So
I've seen a few times when we've watched Chelsea away from home in the Champions League, and Tammy's got the goal, or Tammy's been instrumental in that. Like, he's not. What I'd say is he's not lickle man. What I'll say is not lickle man. He's ready to play at the big stage, provided he gets the game time. Now, sadly, Chelsea might not give him that. But I think it's more so Werner is a Torres situation as opposed to Tuchel wanting to play Tammy Abraham.
As I said, guys, there's not a lot of number 9s out there, bruv.
There isn't.
No, there isn't.
There's scarce, bruv. So, fam.
We're talking about number 9s and number 9s that Man United need. They're going to renew Cavani's contract. You know them ones. Like, that's when you know you're like, okay. I mean, you could say they should, but then at the same time, let's be real. Let's go. If you want to be up there with a top dog, you go and spend and get the player that you want, the lethal one. You know what I'm saying?
Can I be honest? You see, with Tammy, if I'm being honest, I'm not entirely sold on Tuchel disregarding him. I genuinely think there's a path for him to play at Chelsea. Not necessarily the main man, but Tammy. I rate Tammy Abraham. I think he's a very good goal scorer, and wherever he plays, whether he's number 1 or number 2, he'll get goals. But I think the issue with Chelsea, when you're talking about wanting to win the Champions League, wanting to compete, win at the top level of the Premier League, unfortunately, I don't think Tammy's at that particular level.
I can't argue. My situation is simply this: Werner has had a howler of a season, and Tammy's not getting. That's where my argument stems from.
Exactly.
What does that tell you when Tuchel is saying my first choice striker is Timo Werner, my second choice striker is Kai Havertz, my third choice is Olivier Giroud? Tammy is not even an afterthought. He has to go and play football somewhere where he's valued.
Yeah, he has to.
But you know my point on why I think he makes Werner number 1 in the first place. Why? It's like I said. I just think it's the Torres situation. I literally think that he's having to play him because he can't be your number 1.
I disagree. I disagree.
Werner now.
Pete, when you asked me who would I start against Real Madrid, I said Pulisic, Werner, and Mount. There is something that Werner offers to this side that some of these other strikers are not offering. Even Havertz, who scored 2 goals against Fulham, he's pacing behind the running. That's it. I think
as terrible as he's been in front of goal, he does do a lot of things off the ball better than every other striker at Chelsea.
The problem is you're expecting Chelsea to score goals from midfield, and personally, after a certain amount of time, that's not going to work.
What
you need a striker to score goals.
The aim is always for Werner to score.
In the summer, they need to get on.
But there you go. If you're saying we need to buy a striker in the summer, then it eludes the Werner point. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like saying,
but right now, you asked me about Real Madrid. Are we playing Tammy against Real Madrid? I'm saying no. We're playing Timo Werner. And if it's not Timo Werner, it's Havertz. And if it's not Havertz, it's Giroud.
But the thing is, when you're watching the first leg in that semi-final and you saw the sitters he was missing, you weren't thinking about what else he does. It was more the frustration of the fact he's missing. We're not talking about like when Aubameyang went through his drought. You weren't seeing chances where he was missing unbelievable chances.
That's what I was saying to you at the time.
Werner, but it's still a drought nonetheless. He should still be dropped when somebody else is scoring goals. If somebody else is scoring goals, you play him. My point with Werner was this was it was Torres-esque. So I don't see how he still gets into the side. What I will say to defend Tuchel's point, it's working, if you will.
Let me read some of the comments because Tammy's got everybody talking. Lul says DCL is much better than Tammy. I'm just going to call you LOL from now on because is
he much better?
I don't think much better, but he in a similar way.
I would say much better.
To Timo Werner, he serves a purpose that is tangible. You know what Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in the team to do, just like Timo Werner. They might not be as technically gifted or as the cutest player on the ball.
Calvert-Lewin's positioning is sick, bruv.
And he's going to win it.
Exactly where to be in the box.
And he's going to win it.
Look at his coach.
Whilst everything around the game, they're not complete players.
No,
Calvert-Lewin,
look at him.
they're not complete players. I'm watching Mikel Antonio, a perfect example. He's not a complete footballer, but his specific role is hard to replicate. So you can get me a nice, talented Andre Silva type striker. Are they going to bag me the same like usefulness, basically?
Yeah, I think
sorry, Ikas Elmi says, Mum, I'm so happy Tammy isn't playing for us. He came off in 15 minutes, getting bullied by guys that are 5'7", waste of height. Big up Tuchel. Yeah, go on, AD.
Yeah, he's not good in the air. And I think just when you mention Antonio and Calvert-Lewin in particular, I feel like, bro, as a player, you have to maximize your strengths. You have to say, here's what I'm good at. Here's what I can offer. I'm only going to solely focus on that. And yeah, so that's a good point.
Yeah, when you're playing a system type of team, innit, you got to figure out who's going to work for your system. And I don't think Tammy works for anyone's system. Tammy is great. If the ball falls down in the box, I want Tammy on it because he will finish that chance. He will eat the food around the 6-yard box. But
potentially.
Potentially. Innit? It's not even guaranteed. It's not even a guarantee. But anyway.
It's just funny that you lot are going to go, look, you lot are all saying they should get another striker in the summer. That's my point.
For me, it's we will. Like I've resigned to the facts. You remember last year I was back in Tammy.
Timo Werner is, and I hear that, but Timo Werner is not good enough for Chelsea. And I said that the day he signed, and I say it now, he's not good enough. Right. But the fact of the matter is this: he's not in form, so therefore play somebody else up front. Those are my takes on the strike situation.
He's not in goal scoring form. He's not in goal scoring form, and I think there's a little bit of a difference.
I need a number 9 to score goals. If you're not doing that,
he's not always playing number 9 though. He's not always playing number 9 on the weekend.
What I'm saying is he's getting chances in front of goal and he's missing them. Fact. It's not like he's not MIA. He's not. He's having a bad run of form holistically. He is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's been given a delicious ball. Honestly, the flashback I've got of that Madrid miss, it's for that you should not play. You should not play a game for the rest of the season. That
can cost you a Champions League final potentially.
100%,
exactly.
100%. If Benzema and them man there go and kill off Kelly at Stamford Bridge, that's it. We're going to be sitting here talking about Werner's miss. That's what we're going to be talking about.
No, but Pete, you're looking at it like Tammy deserves minutes, and I hear that. But you're not looking at it like how do I get this squad to beat Real Madrid on Wednesday night?
No, what I'm saying is I'm only saying Tammy deserves minutes because the other one is not putting the. I'm not saying Tammy deserves minutes. Period. Please understand. Oscar, how many goals? Oscar, how many goals? How many goals? Wait. How many goals has Timo Werner got in the last 30 games?
Oh, he's got like 3. He's got like 3 or something.
Oscar, did you hear that, America? Huh? Did you hear that? He said they've got 3 goals in 30 games. He's got 3. And we're discussing and Oscar's asking me, would I start Werner at Madrid on Wednesday night? This is not a conversation.
Okay, how many of those games have Chelsea won?
Probably a lot of them.
The vast majority.
Yeah, probably a lot of them.
Vast majority, and it's been through things that Timo Werner's done. So I'm not in any way happy with this Timo Werner guy. He has been horrible this season. But if we need to win, like we don't have a transfer window now. The transfer window is in the summer. So from now till then, Timo Werner has to play because he offers something different to Kai Havertz. I'm done with Hakim Ziyech. Yeah, that guy. Annoying. And Tammy Abraham, I've had enough as well. Let me read these comments because there's bare comments. Sorry, guys, I've been neglecting them. Footy Agenda says Tammy's problem is Roman Abramovich is protecting his investment. Chelsea want to showcase Werner to see if they can offload him. Giroud is not even getting looks. I disagree with that offload thing. No one's looking at offloading Timo Werner. Werner's here to stay.
My point is this as well, though. My point exactly with the Torres thing is the protecting of investment. It's the fact that Roman has forked out a lot of money and we can't just put him on the bench. I know he's not scoring goals, but we cannot put him on the bench after what I spent on him.
I disagree. Havertz costs more and he's had more bench opportunities than Werner. It's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
I hear that on that part, but you know, Timo Werner, it was bought to be one of the star signings. It weren't necessarily Kai Havertz.
Okay, hear what Iklas Elmi is saying. At least Werner contributes in play. 10 assists in the Prem alone. Allow it. Tammy doesn't excel.
Have your Roberto Firmino then, and we'll see you. We'll see you next season. Have your Firmino.
I asked you. Who would you play to beat Real Madrid? Are you telling me Tammy is your answer?
Tammy is my answer. Yes, I already answered that.
You never answered it. I asked you.
I did.
Don't worry, Pete. Yeah. Don't worry, Pete. Yeah. When they go out, yeah, we'll remember that chance. Yeah. Remember the same thing.
David. No. David, you know what's mad? What's mad is that everybody on this podcast and all the commenters now, they know Werner will miss a chance Wednesday night. They know that. Yeah. Exactly. So my point is, rather than me play a player that I know is going to miss, why don't I give a chance to a player who hasn't really had the rub of the green in terms of playing games, and when he does play, he does score goals sometimes. So I'm just saying, let's have that. Let's let them have Firmino. That's fine.
What's that? The Peter ain't listening.
Peter trying to hear it.
Ain't listening.
No, I'm not agrees with you.
I'm not hearing that I should play a striker who's got 3 and 30. That's what I'm saying.
Says, Oscar, don't fall into the trap Liverpool fans fell in with Firmino. You need a striker to get goals. None of that contributes. It's his job to score ball. Listen to me. When Liverpool brought in Jota, then you can drop Firmino. Until Jota arrives, why are you dropping Firmino?
Are you acting like you don't have other people that can score? No, maybe not Jota, but are you acting like you don't have other players that can go in there and score the goals? That Werner's missing. Werner's missing.
I just told you, Kai Havertz scored 2 goals against Fulham. I'm not starting him against Real Madrid. I didn't say you should. But that's it, though. But that's it. That's it.
But no, my point is, a guy who's got 3 goals in 30 should not be playing in one of the biggest games of the season.
Listen, don't Peter. Just end this conversation. When you see Benzema banging in at Stamford Bridge, don't worry.
David,
don't
worry. When you feel the pain,
don't talk to me like Tammy hasn't missed sitters. Don't talk to me like we didn't. Don't talk to me like that happened.
We've seen Werner consistent. Werner has consistently missed all these chances. I'm not talking about the whole season, but the guy's been missing.
These are the options. It's
David. He knows that Werner will miss on Wednesday. He knows it already. Exactly. But we'll play him.
But he'll also stretch the back line as well.
Because of the contribution. Because of the way he plays.
I mean,
listen. When you go out, and Werner's missed, don't say anything next week. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. Nah, blood.
It'll be what it is.
I don't want to hear it. All the Chelsea fans in the comments, I don't want to hear it, blood.
Guys, tell me, what haven't I listened to? I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, because I disagree. I wouldn't start Werner. I haven't listened. I just don't agree. There's a difference.
I've had enough of this nonsense, bruv. We're playing strikers that don't score goals, bruv. Nah, man.
David, I hear you. David, I hear you, but you can't sit here and look at me.
You're number 9, bro. You're number 9.
No, Oscar, you're right. Oscar, you're perfectly right. Giroud and Tammy will miss goals as well. But my point is, we're not even having it. We're not even seeing it. You mentioned a player who's joined this season, has played 30 games and has scored 3 times. Get the hell out of there with your 10 assists. All right, Bobby Firmino. Slap the 9 on him as well then. Just put the number 9 on him as well. That's a friggin' joke.
This Werner guy has been horrible. I agree.
Stretch forward.
It's a stretch forward. That's all he is.
You know how funny that is.
I'm
not placing behind,
man. Playing strikers that don't score goals, bruv. Nah, man.
David, that's all we have. Other than that, Varane is injured for this game. Ramos is said to be back, but Ramos hasn't played football in a long time. What do you guys think?
He'll still do a job. He'll still get something done.
What do you guys think is going to happen?
It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game.
Football heritage.
And they're saying no Marcelo as well.
Yeah, because he's
voting or something. Can I put I don't know.
He's back though. He's back. Apparently, he was supposed to do like polling duty. Yeah. But they moved his to Tuesday, so he's now available for the game on Wednesday. So they were actually going to make him
No,
not play.
it was always Tuesday. It's the point was the team flew on Tuesday, and his argument was that, well, I can't fly with the team at the time when they're putting in because I think he's just become a Spanish citizen, something like that. So now he had to vote. He registered to vote.
But only now.
Well, I think you have to be in the country. Was it 10 years? 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years, fam.
10 years.
A decade is long, you know.
Bro, Marcelo. I remember Marcelo with the shaven head when he turned up at Madrid.
Yeah, but it feels like it's been there since like 08, that's all. But fair enough.
No, you're probably right. To be fair, I think he has been there, but you have to apply. You don't necessarily just get it either. I think you do your
Fair
10
enough.
years, and then you say, you know what, I might as well just clap the citizenship.
Yeah.
Oscar, do a show if we win, please. I'd be so gassed. Listen, man, it will be a great game. It's going to be fun. I do hope Madrid win, and I do hope Benzema is ready for the pump action because we're going to need
Football
it.
heritage will kick in, man.
Football
You think so?
heritage is needed.
Bro.
Bro, you see
Football
Benzema, yeah?
heritage is needed.
Bro, at the highest, and this is the point I was making about Tammy Abraham. Karim Benzema, at the highest of levels, has delivered for a decade. 10 years at the biggest club in world football. Nobody can talk quad for him. Not one person.
Not one
Why?
person.
Because
Not one
in the
person.
big moments, when it's crunch time, number 9, when there's a half chance, when there's a what he got last week was a half chance. Put in the back of the net, bring your team back into the tie, bro.
Half chance. He had a sniff.
That goal was
sniff.
ridiculous. That goal was
And a shot.
ridiculous.
He had a
And
sniff and he took it.
I think there was one where he hit the post as well. Again, he shouldn't have had that shot. Yeah, you know what it was. It shouldn't have been allowed.
Well, that's another thing. Ramos will come up with a header in the 94th minute. Clutch, bro. Real Madrid are a different animal, man.
The only thing missing is fans. I wish there was fans at this game because
How great would it be?
because also like Ramos would play to the Chelsea crowd in terms of winding them up, and that would be like that would be a spectacle. Obviously, the Real Madrid fans, the Chelsea fans, it would have been absolutely.
It'd be another one of those Stamford Bridge nights, guys. I'm telling you, it'd be another epic catalogue.
Stamford Bridge nights.
Agenda says if Benzema can get that one international trophy, and I'd put him above Suarez, Deschamps is a terrorist, bro.
Damn.
Well, I mean, he would have won the World
I don't
Cup
know,
easily.
man. Suarez is different gravy, man. But
Oscar, the last
it's
time-
a debate, isn't it?
Oscar, the last time Real Madrid lost in the Champions League semi-final was 2013.
Oh, 2013.
What, that recent?
I thought it was 2012.
Well, I'm guessing they lost to Bayern or someone like that year because Bayern obviously went
okay.
through. Oh no, I think they lost to
Dortmund.
Dortmund,
Yeah.
Lewandowski. Yeah, with the 4, wasn't it?
That was peak German football.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't know, man. I'm hoping we can do a thing, but if you ask me to bet, I have no idea who's going for this game.
Bro.
Yeah, my money would go towards Real Madrid, but
It's finally
we'll
placed.
We'll see how it goes. It'll be
Finally
entertaining. The other semi-final, of course, very quick. Oh, Adrian, do you want to say something?
No, I was just gonna say I just hope Chelsea don't end up kicking themselves because they should have put that tie not to bed, but they should be comfortable right now.
Yeah, and David, I fully hear you. Werner should have made. We should be going into this 2-1 at the minimum because of Werner.
Like it's one. You know what? Yes, it's just one of it's just one of those things where it just comes to bite you, bruv. Like
biting the backside.
I've seen it too many times with Arsenal away, but then Bayern Munich defeats. We've got a chance to thing, and then next minute they've gone down the other end and scored. You're just like, I like, man.
I mean, you know, Adrian put it well. When it comes down to the heat of the Judgment Day, let's call it that. When it comes to Judgment Day, Armageddon, there are few people that live up to the billing.
All my hopes are scoring lie with Christian Pulisic. That's it.
Say no more. Say no more. Manchester City, PSG are the other semi-finalists, ladies and gentlemen.
PSG are done out here, bruv.
No,
You think
Mbappe.
so?
No, Mbappe.
Apparently he will be there. Apparently he'll be there because he missed the RC Lens game on the weekend. But apparently he will be there.
2008.
But,
that's what it's going to be.
As well, he apparently he was injured in the first leg. He wasn't really fully fit. But according to Julien Laurent, he'll be playing on tomorrow night at the City of Manchester Stadium. But that's another poised game. I mean, look, Man City should win because do you know I've had an epiphany, guys. Yeah, no, in fact, no, bun that. It's not an epiphany. I've actually always thought this. I've always thought this about Paris Saint-Germain. They shouldn't even be here. They shouldn't even. When you take out just Mbappe and Neymar, like when you look at their team, What's special? Maybe Verratti, Marquinhos,
man.
Mbappe,
Maria.
Di Maria, and what's it, Neymar. I'm giving you 5 in the squad.
They've got cute little bits here and there.
Yeah, I'm naming 5 in the squad.
Kimpembe? No.
Kimpembe can let him learn.
You not feeling Baker?
Baker, first of all,
Baker?
no. Marcel Baker, no. First of all, no.
What? His name's Marcel as Mitchell.
I think it's Marcel. Is he not like a football manager kind of wonder kid as well? He was another one that came through the ranks about 2 or 3 years ago. I said, why is that PSG? I looked at him, I said, right, is he at PSG, yeah? Okay. Did
no, but can we talk about that game in general of how PSG had a masterclass the first half? Should have been like 2-3-0 up. And the goals they conceded.
No,
Yeah.
but they were the better. I'm sorry, PSG were the better team the entire game. Yeah, Man City didn't have a sniff. They scored goals out of literally nothing.
You don't think, Oscar, they turned? You don't think Man City? You don't think Man City just woke up in the second half?
Did you see the goals, Pete?
No. I'm not talking about the goals. I'm talking about the play. In terms of how the teams played, like the wind was blowing Man City's way in the second half.
Yeah, but
they played better.
Because I felt like in the first half, because people were talking about PSG done in the dance, and I kind of felt like Man City were asleep, or like you know this Pep Guardiola semi-final where we're sitting here like, oh my god, is he gonna shake? You know the ones, and then they kind of woke up in the second half. But anyway, that tie is done according to Abdi 065. He says PSG bottled it. They should have put the game to bed in the first half. Fair enough. Ruben Diaz was excellent, as was Mahrez. City got this in the bag. Unfortunately, I don't think it's over because City are liable to mess up. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's over. Let's see.
Nah, I don't trust PSG's mentality, bruv. The way them 2 goals went in, bruv. I'm sorry, bruv.
What's that got to do with PSG's mentality, though?
Bruv,
so what? The first goal, Navas literally just watched the ball go in. Like,
you're not blaming Navas.
No one was there.
You're not blaming Navas. It was a poor cross. It was a poor cross, and no Man City player met the head, and it went in. We've all seen those kind of goals go in from time to time.
We're talking about semi-final here, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones who nip in. Are
you not serious?
Oscar, at the biggest stage.
I'm with you. That's harsh, man.
Oscar, at the biggest stage of them all, you got to nip those in the bud.
Hold on.
Who should have nipped what in the bud? Who should have nipped what?
Hey, Adrian, you shouldn't even be talking, bruv. What happened in the Champions League final?
That's not the same.
That's not the same. That's good. You just proved the point. That what you just mentioned of carriers compared to that.
We're not saying it's carry. What I'm saying is though is that everybody knows. Even the goalkeeper himself was disappointed with himself. So that does tell you something. And let's be clear. Like nobody even went. Like there was no. When David says mentality, I kind of get what he means because when the ball's whipped in. Like nobody's covering anything. Is we're just going to let this ball go into your box, bounce in your box, and go into the back of the net?
They were covering their attackers, innit? They were marking men.
It doesn't have to only be man marking. You can have a bit of zonal in there. Where is the accountability for the goal? I said you can have it mixed. Not every 11 men are not marking another. 10 and 10 are not marking each other. There are some marking, and there are some in the area. Nobody's taking responsibility for that goal. That's astonishing.
But it was a cross.
Both goals anyway.
It wasn't a set piece. If you want to talk about mentality,
the free kick,
then the giving away the red card and the free kick is where the mentality comes in.
Oscar, the red card. My point on the red card is this though. I think Idrissa Gueye was saying like, fam, because even when he walked off, I don't know if you lot see him mumbling. As he's walked off, it's kind of like saying nobody else is moving in this midfield. I'm chasing shadows all game, and at some point the frustration just hit him, and he just went for it because in that midfield, if you watch that game, the staticness of that PSG midfield in a Champions League semi-final, the mentality is not there. But also, Pochettino has to take responsibility for that. Because he is now got a job which is big boy stuff. But he obviously when I put in the group chat, I said, look, the difference between a good coach and a great one. Like Pep Guardiola managed that game well. When it could have gone the other way, when there was a lifeline, he managed it well. PSG did bottle the game. We can't deny that.
I disagree with that, man.
Fam, you're talking to someone who's watched Arsenal do this all the time, bruv. So when I see it. David,
it's funny. I did see Arsenal in that PSG side. I'm not gonna lie. I did see Arsenal in that.
No, I was so annoyed with the wall. It's like, how did you let that go in?
This is what I'm
Come
talking
on.
about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what,
There
this is
are
what I'm
things-
talking about.
Yeah, you're
Bruv,
right,
it's
David.
just dumb.
In the at Judgment Day at Armageddon, there are things that are not allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
We get rid of these mistakes throughout the season when we're playing away at Nancy and when we're playing at home against Burnley. You can get rid of that stuff. When you are at the Big Apple and it's time to make or break yourself, etch yourself in history, these are things we cannot accept.
For real.
Cool,
Guys,
bruv.
don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new.
Hello. Okay, quickly, Oscar. Who's going through, Man City or PSG?
Man City.
Ernest,
City.
Robin,
Oh, PSG have let me down. It's unfortunately City.
Adrian,
City.
David.
Satan.
I'm the only one going PSG. That's interesting. That's interesting.
The thing
I'm going
is,
PSG.
if there was Mbappe, I would be more PSG. But
He'll
there
be
isn't.
there. He'll be there. Robin.
Mbappe's gonna play, man.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
He's rubbing horse placenta as we speak. He'll
Hey,
make a way.
Oscar, put up
Make a way.
SW6's other comment because I didn't read it because I was asking everybody their thing.
Yeah,
PSG were
yeah.
popping.
Yeah,
Popping City in the first
PSG
half.
were popping City in the first half. You know, Di Maria and that were balling. They were.
Oh, let me not take anything away from PSG. I think they were phenomenal in that first half, right? But there's a part of me that was like, City were asleep.
It's
PSG were brilliant.
fair though. I don't think you can say City were asleep.
He
So-
can't be asleep in the Champions League semi-final. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't be.
In
You
the
shouldn't
second
be.
half, that wall for PSG, that wall fell asleep. So when we're looking at the managers and you're saying, oh, Poch has to take accountability for this, and then Guardiola, I think Guardiola got very lucky, man. I do.
He did. I think what I said was when he saw a lifeline, he managed it well. But Pochettino had that first half in the bag. Somebody was mentioning in the comments, this game should have been done and dusted. But also, like PSG were good. Let's not get any. But I did not recognize Man City in that first half. The Man City I've been watching in the Premier League this season. That's what I mean by asleep. I don't mean like.
That's
you know,
PSG put them under the cosh. They couldn't have it.
In some games, there are some games where you say, you know what, no, that was just brilliant. You know, Chelsea.
Yeah,
right. There are games like that for sure.
And Pete,
But I feel like this one was so different.
that's why the group chat was going a bit nuts because we were astounded. I hadn't seen Man City being played like this all season. Even the teams that have beat them, United and Chelsea that have beat them, didn't play them off the park like City were doing. Like PSG were doing in the first half. So it was surprising to me the second half went the way it did, and it didn't come through Man City unlocking them. It came through a lucky
that's true.
cross shot and a silly free kick.
That's true, but it goes to show that when City did actually get into first and second gear, that you create your own luck at times. Do you know the ones? When you keep playing well, you do create your own luck. Yeah. And the goals were lucky, for sure. No doubt. No getting away from that. But yeah, great game we're going to see on tomorrow night.
Can't wait.
Tomorrow night. Anything else we want to discuss before we go into the awards? I mean, you know, not a lot. The Premier League weekends are just a myth. As far as we're concerned.
Season. No one really.
I only looked on my phone now to find out Spurs won 4-0 at Sheffield United. Had no clue. No clue. I forgot. I forgot Spurs were playing after the Man United Liverpool game. Like I forgot that was a thing. Because obviously Sky Sports went into Sky Sports News, didn't it, in that Man United game? It just changed into that.
Because I was devastated that I didn't get the proper football I was supposed to see.
You didn't get your fix.
Yeah, I had to settle for League 2.
Obviously, Man City winning 2-0 at Leicester, so they're one win away from clinching the title next weekend. Well, can they? Can they even clinch it next weekend without that Man United game being played?
If they beat Chelsea,
they can.
They can.
Because they would have clinched it if we beat them. So yeah.
Yeah, I would have rathered that.
Quite a few 2-0s on. Quite a few
fans.
Quite a few 2-0 wins on the weekend. We mentioned earlier Arsenal beating Newcastle, Brighton beating Leeds 2-0. That was a surprising result for me. And Chelsea beating Fulham 2-0. Villa winning at Everton 2-1. This Everton is the one I recognise. This is the one I recognise year in, year out. I've got so much hope for them. I hope they're going to get over the final hurdle. And they just collapse. At home, this season, they just collapsed.
One day, we're going to talk about Richarlison, bro. One day.
In a good or bad way.
Ernest, are you here?
No, Adrian, I've been here.
Ernest has been here.
Do you know Do you know what? Yeah, what, in a good or a bad way, just so I can
In a
understand.
bad way. In a
Do you know
bad
what,
way.
Ernest? I'm the opposite on Richarlison.
He's not all that, man.
And another guy who's young, who I think is
Not all
really
that.
talented. I think he's really talented. It will come. Things will start to gel over time. That's what I think on Richarlison. One day it's gonna come together. He's gonna be balling
How old
out.
is he?
22,
He's
3?
1997.
He's 97, so 23, 24 then. He's heading into 24. So I would say, like, you know, when I look at players in the early 20s, it's too easy to judge. But that's why you see I love people like
I heard that, though.
When I talk about people like Mason Mount, I'm like, I cannot believe this guy is this good at this age.
Mason Mount is insane, by the way.
He's insane. He's insane. Chelsea's player of the season by a long shot.
The only statement I made was one day, we will talk about Richarlison. Because when I told you lot about Traore, I prophesied, bro. You see,
Traore, you were spot on. You were spot on.
Look, on this podcast, we've had some prophecies, and that Traore one and that Richarlison one.
Oscar, Richarlison, not yet. He's 23 years of age. Not yet.
No. I made another prophecy. In Ndombele. Cool.
Tanguy.
What?
Tanguy. Okay, let's do some awards, Oscar. What was the goal of the week?
There were many contenders that scored fantastic goals.
Not surprised there.
Son scored a brilliant goal. Yeah. There was
Gareth Bale.
What other goal? Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale was in my mind.
But however, we just saw Antonio score a really good goal. What I'm talking about, guys, is that this podcast is built on a certain foundation, and there's certain people that we love and respect on this podcast since day one, and we got to give them their props when they do the mad thing. So this week, in my opinion, goal of the week has to go to Danny Welbeck for his absolutely
Danny Welbeck.
I think there's somewhere else, to be fair.
It was sensational. No, man, this show is a Danny Welbeck show. That's my nomination. You lot can say other people.
Danny Welbeck
said Aguero vintage goal. What finish from Aguero?
It was classic Aguero, wasn't it? It was classic
Did
Aguero.
you man see Aguero's goal?
Do you know what? Yeah, you, on one hand, yeah, I'm like, what are Man City doing? But you know what? The second thing I was thinking of, thank God you're letting him fly. You're freeing him, and he's gonna go somewhere and duppy and bury.
Did you see?
That's what I need to see week in, week out.
Did you not see Pep's celebration to that goal?
No.
I was like, I can't stand this guy. He's such a slimy little. Oh,
what did he do?
He jumped out of his seat. He was like, yeah, screaming at Aguero, and then Aguero's pointing at him like they're best mates. And I was like, oh, fair enough. You lot love each other.
You deprived me from being the top goal scorer in the Premier League ever, and we're pally.
It looked like it was Frank Lampard and Mason Mount, the relationship they had. I was like, what's going on here? He hasn't played him for months. But fair enough.
Interesting. Yeah, let's get voting, man.
That's crazy.
Brazilian talent not the same with all those Anglo-Saxon names.
It's true. Is there any good Brazilian with an Anglo-Saxon name?
Nah, honestly, I remember there was one. Remember the old Fred? There was one where it was like
striker, 2014 Fred.
Yeah.
Horrid.
When he came into the scene,
after that. It was so bad.
Don't know. When he came into the scene, I thought, oh, okay, so now we got a Fred. This could be saucy. None of those Anglo-Saxons have done well. None of them.
Joe.
None of them.
Here I agree because the pain that Aguero has caused my team personally. One day we'll talk about Aguero.
Listen, Aguero. Listen, when you say your team, we are all witnesses. We are all victims of an Aguero pamming. We have been witnesses. Scoring goals.
We're in the same AA meetings for Aguero.
Sergio Aguero, some of the goals he has scored in his Man City career in the big games. In the big games, like when we talk about Judgment Day, he's one of them. He turns up to the plate and he duppies all day long.
Bro, I remember when we were on our way to winning the last league title we won, yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna beat Man City.
No, man.
What he did to Phil Jones that day? Oh God!
Ernest, that goal he scored there, I think is my favorite Aguero goal.
Well, when he made him crawl,
when he's falling on the floor and he still buries it top corner, he's on the floor. Like he's literally gone to the side.
Wow,
he's no right. He has no right to score. But them calves, them freaking 20-inch calves, My goodness,
Aguero's a joke,
very.
Them pythons.
Bro, like guys,
Bro,
yeah, see,
I'll
I've got-
never forget when he went to Stamford Bridge in the black and gold kit. Yeah,
Oh,
and
oh,
buried Petr
there
Cech.
is one. Yeah,
Open clip, bro.
straight up shank. My goodness, that guy is bad. He's bad. But I hope to see him going out there licking shots. But where is he going? Does anybody know? Any inkling?
Bruv,
He said he wanted to go
Probably back to
the island.
Argentina.
Ah, what? We're not gonna get some European, some
I
flavor.
was gonna stay. I feel like he would feel still got something to offer at this level.
100%. If Suarez can go to Atletico and start doing what he's doing there, like, I still think there's something in the tank.
The thing is, I think he should go. But my biggest issue with Aguero is that in Europe he wasn't that guy, and I feel like in his career he deserved a Champions League trophy because he was different with it. But
Yeah.
in Europe, I remember when City went to Barca, he had 6 touches of the ball, and I was like, bro, like.
But he has his moments, bro. City went to the Bernabeu and beat Liverpool, beat Madrid, and he scored the goal. So he's had his moments in Europe. It's just not been that.
50.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Just be consistent, yeah.
SW6, bro. I remember that debut against Swansea at home.
I remember it.
They won 4-0, didn't they? And I remember sitting there thinking, rah. His second goal, it was like, okay, he has arrived.
He said, rah.
Again, one of those football manager players that you think, is he going to do it? When he turned up.
Aguero is still the most painful one for me. I'll never forget being a kid, maybe 2009. I opened up the Sun newspaper. It's got a picture of Aguero. It says, why I chose Chelsea. I'll never forget it. He never came to Chelsea.
Oh, my God. Really?
The article was detailing why he chose Chelsea. He didn't choose us. Oh,
you see that 2009 to 2011 period. Chelsea should have signed Neymar, Hulk, Aguero. Those
Falcao.
3 players.
Falcao was another one as well.
Yeah, pain.
Mate, name me a Premier League team who doesn't hate Aguero. Like, bruv, he just turns up. He just
smash work against everybody. So much crap. 10 years strong. Nobody's called him out.
Is Aguero goal of the week, guys?
Do you know what? For argument's sake, man, because we're not going to get him next year, which is sad. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going with Aguero, man. We've waxed lyrical about him. Like, we might as well give it to him.
Okay,
we might as well give it to him. Who's the team of the week?
I was going to give Mount a mention for the assist.
Oh, Mason Mount. Yeah. Mason Mount. Lovely. Team of the week.
Man United.
Outstanding performance. Mandem said that fans on the pitch were getting more minutes than Donny van der Beek this season. I said that is it. That was it. That was the end for me. You know, like, fans are not allowed in the ground.
In fairness, I think there's a lot of truth into that, you know? Like Old Trafford minutes. There's a debate we had. Old Trafford minutes. There's a debate we had. They were there for a while.
Someone doing the samba. Someone doing Rabonas. I was thinking,
someone did an overhead kick. An overhead kick into.
I saw man doing pull-ups in the goal. I saw my face timing. I don't know.
Hey, man said he turned OT into block workout, you know.
I'm just surprised Terrell Lewis wasn't there. That's the only thing I was missing.
Hey, Alice, that is insane.
Insane. Oh my lord!
You lot are mugs, bro.
Oh my
man! Oh, man, were throwing flares like it was November 9th, Guy Fawkes Day. Brother, I couldn't believe it. Old Trafford. Unbelievable scenes. Picking up corner flags. Oh man.
What's good? So, ask my question about Mike Tyson. No,
his question was, yeah. I don't. Would you take a ban from Mike Tyson for £1 million, bruv? No, bruv.
This is a.
Would you be alive? Would you be alive? Would you wake up to see the $1 million?
With a glove on, with a glove, yeah, I'll take it still.
But for $1 million, yeah.
But you end up in a vegetative state. What can you do with $1
million? Your missus is taking that, bruv.
I said I did it for the family.
Oh. hey, Random, you know why they called him Iron Mike?
Brother. You know what people say, I'll hit you so hard your kids will feel it. I used to think it's hyperbole, but if Mike Tyson catches you with a sweet white oak, brother, your generations will be feeling it. But your great grandkid will come out of the room rubbing their heads like, what you rubbing your head, brother? It's peak, man.
Hey, I swear he was in The Hangover with a tiger.
It was. Yeah. He's done a lot of crazy things, man.
I like
He has a tattoo on his face.
He has a podcast. He's a crazy guy.
Oh man, he's
team
vegan. No, there's so many things about Mike Tyson I can't do.
Mike Tyson will do anything for money, you know. If the bag is right, he'll do it. He's fighting Logan Paul. Was it Jake Paul?
He fought Jake Paul.
Oh.
No, he fought on the same card. It's still mad. AD deserves a crown. He's too funny. He was moving weird from Christmas to like March, but he's back.
Man, calculated the month, you know.
That's
AJ,
when Liverpool were in the dump.
I think that's when Liverpool lost like 7 home games in a row. You know what I mean? I was going through things, man.
Apparently, you weren't about even.
Bro,
Raw.
these football teams, our clubs mean a lot to us, yeah. Even me.
Yeah, I think it's when I don't talk about Liverpool.
Our last few weeks, but Arsenal have just depressed, man, Brad. Like,
Yeah,
I couldn't do it, Brad.
David has
coming-
been the same.
Coming on here talking about Arsenal is just it's all long, bruv. Sunday after Sunday, you're just like,
Do you know what? Since we started this podcast, we've won like 3 FA Cups. You would never think it. You would never think it because we finished second in the league. The last time we finished in the top 4, we were second. How are we out? Like, how has this happened? It's just amazing.
Back to team of the week. I think Brighton's a shout. I think they beat.
I was gonna say Tottenham.
Their safety. Yeah,
Tottenham for doing what they should do. That's an interesting one.
Robin is right, but Tottenham no.
It's because Tottenham haven't been Tottenham for I don't know how long.
Their season is so done, like it's finished completely.
Finito.
Hey guys, they're talking about making Ryan Mason permanent. Yeah, I need it.
I need it. Give me that.
I need it.
Honestly, guys.
Talking about Brian Mason, you know.
Guys, when they sacked Pochettino, I was in disbelief. Yeah,
Bro, what did I say?
Can we not go into a Tottenham?
No, but like they sacked him, and then they recruited Jose. You think, all right, cool, and then you think they sacked him, Jose. We're talking about 29-year-olds getting the job.
Come on.
It's funny. Like people were saying, Nagelsmann chose Bayern over Tottenham. There wasn't a choice. What are we talking about? Why are we talking about like this was just tough?
Ten Hag renewing his contract.
Ten Hag renewed a deal at Ajax.
Mad.
And I've got love for Ajax.
You Spurs for leverage.
Fam, they won the league.
Facts.
I said, are you man actually celebrated? They celebrated. I'm like, fair enough.
They're merging it with the Belgium league as well. It's just hilarious. But yeah, Tottenham are finished. They're done. This is the beginning of the end. They're done.
I need Ryan Mason in. I'm in deep slump. Huh? Okay.
I'm in a deep slump. I'm in deep slump.
Liverpool and Lakers screwing me over from injuries to managers who can't coach offense. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think Brighton should be team of the week though. They're essentially out of the mud now with that win.
Yeah, they're probably safe, isn't it? They probably stayed up. Tottenham getting it would be like Arsenal getting it as well. It's one of those you should be doing it. That is fair news. I mean, Villa is a good shout, but we can move on. Who is what do we do? Player of the week. I was going to say, what's the other one? Player of the week.
Sticking on Spurs.
I was going to say it has to be Bale.
You know what? Yeah, I want to go Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang personally, just on a personal one. Doesn't have to be the vote, but
because he battled malaria.
He battled malaria. Man comes onto the pitch, bang, goal. You know what I'm saying?
He scored a goal against Newcastle United. You make me sick.
Oscar, have you ever contracted malaria, bro? It's not to laugh.
No,
it's not to laugh. But like just as the season has been, he hasn't been his best season. He's coming to the foray, and him and Martinelli. I could even give it to Martinelli because Martinelli was.
You can't give it to any of these players. Gareth Bale scored a hat trick. Kai Havertz scored a brace. I'm not hearing about.
Oscar, do you know what, Oscar? Oscar, like I said, I literally just found out that Tottenham won 4-0. I didn't even know Bale got a hat trick. I had no idea. So
Aubameyang's header from the 6-yard box.
I'm talking about the game. Okay, the games I saw in it. I can only be fair on the games that I saw. But that was just my honourable mention. But if people go Kai Havertz and Bale, I'm not arguing.
I'm baff. Like, what's that? I said, Oscar, you're uncancelled from last week, and then man is saying Oscar #Oscar in the bin. Why am I in the bin?
You did the mayor last week, didn't you?
You did the mayor last week. I can't remember.
No, he didn't.
Why? What was it then?
What it was?
Man, he called Fernando Torres a flop, and
yeah, that's not a mayor.
No, it was something else, but it wasn't that.
It was something else.
No, that's what
Are you sure?
for. That was what they cancelled.
That's what he cancelled. Because he won you lot of the Champions League.
No, you know what it was? Yeah, it was the Ryan Giggs thing, bruv. The whole I swear he said something mad.
No, I said Ryan Giggs should be nowhere near that Hall of Fame. Anyone who thinks he should get cancelled.
Wait, what did this, bruv? You said something mad. I can't remember though.
You know what, David? I'm sure I did, but I can't remember.
Let's go with Gareth Bale then as the player of the week. Yeah.
Boss Ender says Bale has 9 goals in 16 games in the league. He ain't done too bad. Yeah, but 3 of them just came in one.
In the league.
Pad them stats some more. Why don't you?
I'm not gonna lie though. It's still 9 goals in 16 in the league. It's quite impressive. I know it's stat padding, and I know 3 came in this game, but I'm surprised. And there's like 4 more games of the season left. He will score more. The thing is, he should have been playing. He should have definitely been playing. Like,
why didn't he play, Peter?
I don't know why he didn't play. I don't know why he didn't play.
Yeah, I'm sure we can't.
Because I remember when he started, and it's like, yeah, we just need to get him fit. We're in April now. It's clear he was only trying to get fit for the Euros.
Them ones, bruv. Gym sessions, fam.
This is it, man. Cardio.
I said European training camp.
This is it, man. High intensity.
Lads, who's not that guy this week?
I mean, David. I think David knows.
It's very simple, but we can give it to a lot of people. But
yeah, there's a lot.
Who can we give it? We can give it to Man United.
Can I ask a question? Is Arteta in the Hall of Fame yet?
No,
not yet.
I'll give it to
I guess he didn't do a treacherous crime, but nonetheless, Arteta. How many times has he not been that guy?
Yeah, we are in May actually.
Yeah, he's been not that guy a couple times. You've had a couple bad defeats.
I was gonna say, in terms of if we go back in the season, who's had the most not that guys? I swear Arteta should be in there.
He should be, but that's if you're basing it on football. Bear in mind, people do some stupid things outside of
100%. But also,
he's a petty criminal. He's like Fagin from Oliver Twist.
Fagin.
He's like he pickpockets. He's in and out of jail, but he's not a bad guy.
Of any manager, he's probably had the worst crimes. He probably has.
The thing is, of course, we do
it in a weekend where someone says something racist or someone does something stupid.
No, of course we got off the field antics, but we do the podcast like 40 times a season. So that for me, it's amazing if he is not number one in terms of on the football pitch itself. I'll be shocked. I'll be absolutely shocked. But anyway.
I've got an honourable mention. Dele Alli's haircut is atrocious. It's terrible.
I feel sorry for him, because I feel like it's tough for him to get started in that Banks.
Why not just get a fade?
Just a simple fade.
Yeah, fade.
Well, what? Really?
I mean, it worked when he first came.
I know, but that was a bad time.
The Dele fade.
I've got one. Yeah.
Oh, line it up, rude boy.
United fans.
Yeah, of course.
This week you have dodged the bullets. Yeah.
Oh
no, David, I don't know about that.
No. They've dodged. He has to go to.
No, because it's a mix. It's a mix. You can't fire all of them.
But to be fair, Robin. To be fair, Robin, breaking and entering, you should enter.
No. Those people can go in. But
those ones are going to jail. Don't worry. Those ones are going
to jail. one got nicked today. Police reported one arrest.
No. Sorry to interrupt.
Is it worth
going to break and enter in a COVID time? You are not wearing a mask with all the cameras around you. You think you're not going to get caught?
You're on TV.
certain man got their Man United shirt with their surname at the back, number 10. I said, this guy, you mug. You
Banksy.
I said Banksy.
Alright, can I go through, yeah?
Go through, cuz.
Gary Neville, you've also dodged the bullet, bruv, yeah? Man has been on
in the words of the great man himself.
Man has been on the TV all week saying, this attempted murder of the English football and all that, yeah? And you see what's happened and you still support back the thing. Alright, cool. Man was spudding, man, in the stadium when they're walking past. Alright, safe, bruv. But don't worry, you've dodged the bullet, bruv. This guy, yeah? This gentleman, born 7th of August, 1996, blood. In Otora, Spain, bruv, yeah? He started his career in Real Betis.
Okay.
And then he went to Madrid. And then we decided to take him on loan. Yeah? I thought, who's this Ceballos bruv? Who's this guy, bruv? This week, bruv, this year, bruv, this guy has single-handedly tried to sabotage our Europa League run, yeah? We start with, was it Olympiacos or Benfica, bruv?
One of them.
I think it was Olympiacos.
Where Mad decided to head it backwards, yeah? I said, cool. I think we came back. Aubameyang scored last-minute winner.
Yeah, at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, that was
we
good.
gave you grace. Now, this week, had a shocker of the first half again. And then, you know what, yeah? No. I'm changing my mind, bro. I've changed it. No. This guy has to get it. Ceballos, you've also dodged the bullet. No.
I think that's the first, you know?
No,
it's the first. He's changed his mind.
Mid run, bruv. This gentleman, 26th of March, 1982, bruv. Yeah?
He's an old kid.
San Sebastian, Spain. Man, I am so angry. Yeah? He started at Barcelona. He's then gone to PSG. He's played for Rangers, Real Sociedad, Everton, and then he comes to Arsenal, yeah? Yeah? He's decided to finish his career, won FA Cups and that, yeah? Goes and joins Pep Guardiola. Been picking up cones for how many years? 3 years, I can't remember. We sack Unai, yeah? Stupid, what was it? Vinay. Stupid Vinay goes and drives to his house, bruv, after we got piped 3-0 by Man City.
We lost 3-0 the night before. Yeah. And followed them up the M6.
Followed them up the M6, bruv, yeah? M1, whatever. Yeah? So he's now come, yeah? Mid-season, December. We finish 8th, wins us FA Cup. Everyone gives him grace. Trust the process. This season, bruv, we've trusted the process, and where has it ended us? We're 10th. And this guy, we've had a shocker. First of all, mistake, false number 9, yeah? We have not played the entire season. Bruv. He decides, European semi-final, let's play false number 9. Villarreal are peppering us, bruv. Goalkeeper is just comfortable with the ball in his goal. Let me just launch into midfield. Foyth is just giving Ceballos a bundle. He's playing trash. We're 2-0 down, right? At half time, yeah? Ceballos is on the yellow card. Ceballos is already playing trash. Take him off, blood. Start of the second half. Man makes another foul. Referee warns him.
Yeah,
all of us are here. We all understand the game of football. Yeah? You pull the guy off. Man leaves him on. We're down to 10 men. Saka will win a lucky penalty. How we're still in this tie. Yeah. Arteta, yeah. You, yeah. Mikel Arteta, I'm a train. You're not that guy, bro.
Honestly, you know when the referee gave Ceballos that warning, that was to Arteta. It was to say, listen, get this guy off because I'm going to send him off. And man, let it run.
He gave him a fair warning.
Honestly, David, you forgot as well. One second. David, remember the substitutions he made in the 92nd minute?
Oh.
When I started this not that guy conversation, I said, how many times has he entered this thing? Because it's astonishing what we are seeing.
He wasted time. Why would you do that?
Astonishing. Oscar. We play Xhaka at left back. We play Granit Xhaka at left back. You know the ones. We don't play Martinelli when we don't play strikers. You know the ones. Willian and was it El Neni? Them man speeding on. Willian keeps taking the corner, and the corner was awful. The corner was awful.
He's terrible.
He's awful.
He's terrible at a lot of things.
Yeah, I need to address Danny Ceballos, please.
Listen,
bruv, he's trying to. I had to change mid-rant, because that game, Arteta, bruv. Nah.
Danny Ceballos, I don't know what it is. Ever since I spoke highly of him, I spoke well of him after his performance at Ellen Road at the start of the season. I said, no, you know what? Ceballos is a good player. He's that guy. He'll be good. Man, has he let me down? Flipping out. I have to. You know the L I am holding. I'm carrying this L. Because I literally was like, you know what, Danny, somebody's technical. When he first came in last season, he was geeing up the crowd. I was like, he's one of us. Yes, he loves it. He loves it. And even getting us into the FA Cup semi-final, when he scored at Sheffield United, there's been moments and sprinkle of things from Danny Ceballos. But my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot defend. It's impossible. On one hand, I sit there and think he's in this football club. That's why he looks as bad as he is. If he was at Madrid, would he look better? Would he look well with Asensio and maybe Casemiro and Cruz? I don't know, but
and he's saying that he wants to head back to Madrid anyway.
Well, and then he started talking. He said, I played better for. Oh man, Spain's La Liga suits me better.
How can you say La Liga suits me and you play like that against Villarreal
in Spain?
He's terrible.
You know Oscar, do you know what's funny? Yeah? It's funny you brought this up because I was trying to dodge it. But I thought we're gonna see Ceballos at his peak. We are back in Spain. We are near Valencia. We are ready.
You and I have had wars over this guy.
Oh,
he's shocking. Oh,
no, he's dead food.
That I have carried.
He's dead food, bruv.
The L I have carried. The funny
August 2019 against Burnley at home, and Ceballos balled out, and man thought he was the new Cazorla.
He had a good game, man.
No, he listen. Let's not pick any bones about it. Yeah, he was brilliant in that game. Right, he was brilliant. Because he was winning the ball in midfield, taking it forward, setting up assists. He played amazing, and that was when it was like, that was his home debut. If that's your debut, we're sitting there licking our lips.
Yeah,
I'm thinking yes. But man,
sign him now. 50 million, whatever it was.
Well, you know what? The truth of the matter is, he goes over. I think he goes back to Spain in the summer, and I look at our midfield. Our midfield's a joke team. One of them scoring 4 goals at Newcastle, more than any midfielder at Arsenal at the minute, and the other one's at West Brom. One's in Spain, in France. Sorry, no, to Berlin.
Go on, Adrian.
I was going to say, I feel like Arteta should potentially get an end of year awards, yeah. But when you look at the amount of players this guy's let go, and he says isn't good enough, isn't part of his vision. The two that you mentioned, your Salibas, your Martinellis, Torreira. It's like, honestly, I don't know, man.
I've forgotten those guys. I've even forgotten, out of sight, out of mind. I have forgot Torreira. I forgot all about him. Saliba, Guendouzi, Ozil left in this mess. You know the ones that I'm saying. Well, let's sell Ozil and get Odegaard. Odegaard's got no assists. He got 1 goal. What am I looking at here? What am I actually looking at here? Anyway, God.
Wait, there was another not that guy suggestion from Footy Agendas. Yeah. He says, not that guy, Bayern Liga. Bayern have farmed the league to the point where the second most winners haven't won it since 1967. FC Nürnberg. They got Lewandowski on a free. Goethe, Hummels, Nagelsmann, and passed on Klopp. Absolute joke league.
You know what, blood? We don't talk about it enough. The Bundesliga.
Shout out to G.
Outside G. Oh my days. I mean, we can't say anything else. We can't argue with Jeet. We can't. We cannot.
I have nothing for you, bro.
You know them way there. Listen, this week should be feisty. Yeah, it should be a feisty one.
You
Ladies
guys,
and gentlemen, it's gonna be on deck. Some of us could be in tears of joy or tears of absolute sadness.
the thing is, if you lose, inject it. If you win, the injection is deferred to the fight. So I don't mind. I don't mind.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Show if Arsenal lose, please.
Arsenal lose. Well, I'll be at the stadium, so I won't even be. I won't even be.
Me, bruv.
I won't be home till like midnight.
What you not there? Okay.
No, I'll be working, innit? I won't be there. I won't be home till like midnight or something like that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so emotional, SW6. It's gonna be mental. But it could literally be. Could you imagine, guys, if all of us won and all of us got through to the next game? Like that would be mad.
I lose.
That's also very unlikely, unfortunately, as well.
Do you think so?
I
Do you
don't
think
it's unlikely at
do you
all.
think it's very unlikely?
I think Arsenal. I back Arsenal to win. I think Arsenal are going through.
I don't know, man.
Mm-mm.
I think the only
The yellow submarine is taking the trip to North London and planking it. They're going to park, open some water, splash it in the goal, and leave.
Guys.
Yeah, Boss Lighter said, Adrian, we're so crap. We've got nothing to
Nah,
play.
do you know what, Oscar?
No, season's done.
Season's
sad,
done.
Do you know what? Yeah, when you're at this stage as a football fan where there is niche to play for, that is probably the worst part. That's the worst part.
Spurs are on top of us, you know. And we're 2 points above Everton. I kid you not.
Mate.
So wait, if Everton fuck up their ideas, they can finish above Liverpool.
We're 5 points above Arsenal, so you never know.
That's been their thing. Can you imagine you're only 5 points above Arsenal? What's a joke season this has been?
So wait. I'm just looking at the maths here. Who we got? We've got Man City, Man United, Leicester, Chelsea. Leicester, Chelsea in FA Cup final. Let's say the top 4 it is as it is. That means 5th and 6th go Europa. Are you telling me that if it stays as it is, Liverpool are in the Europa Conference?
Robbie,
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. the injection.
I've just done the maths. I've just done the maths right now.
Nah, do you know what's so funny, bro?
What night is that even played? Because obviously Europa's Thursday night.
Thursday as well. It's Thursday. It's like Thursday at midday. It's like a midday Thursday.
What? What do you mean?
It's the same. It's 8 o'clock on Thursdays as well. It plays on the same time as the Europa League. The thing is, what's funnier though, Spurs or Liverpool in the Europa Conference? What would be funnier?
Liverpool.
No, Liverpool.
Really?
Spurs.
No,
Spurs funny.
I think it'd be sad.
If Liverpool,
I think Liverpool would be worth watching because you won't want to watch Spurs playing God knows who. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That'll be no. What's the anthem?
I have not listened to the anthem yet. I need to listen.
You know what?
I just deeped it. They have a different anthem.
What's that? Man said Salah and Virgil in the Europa Conference. I said Virgil's coming back for this.
We're gonna battle.
Yeah, for real. That's
Elliot
just you.
Woods. I don't know, but you know what? There'll be a sneaky team there. There'll be like a Feyenoord there. And just when you think it's going to be easy walk, and then you go to the Kuip, and they just turn you over. You just never know. Never know.
I don't want Tottenham in there because Tottenham could actually win a trophy if they enter that, and I don't want them ever winning a trophy. So,
but I don't think they would win it though. I still think they would go out.
You never know, man. You never know.
Man, remember you don't even qualify for the group stage for the Europa Conference. Everyone starts to play.
You have to play qualifying rounds. Good grief. Good grief. Oh no!
I need it.
Mate, listen, let's wrap up this week, man. Let's keep the people wanting more for next week.
Guys, hold on. If you hear this conference thing, yeah, they try to do Coldplay, but with a flute, but it sounds so
bring.
So
I need to listen.
Bring it.
You hear it? Oh my! Oh, it's so
hit play. Show us. Play it.
Bro, I've got headphones in, man. Hold on.
Oh my days.
Bruv, it sounds so dead, bruv.
Do you know how funny that is?
How funny. Deadest thing. Let me play it for you, bruv. Oh my god. Hey, hurry up, phone, bruv. Man, don't want to go to bed, bruv.
Hello?
Bruv, it sounds so dead, bruv.
I don't see anything on YouTube.
Hear the flute. Hold on, the flutes are coming, man.
Oh, yeah, this is a rhythm. What is this?
I am not hitting it.
This is dead, bro.
No, David, it's better than the Europa League anthem.
It's better than Europa League number one. Number two,
Oh,
you know when you play like a tournament on Pro Evo and they just give you generic music?
Hey.
That's what it reminds me of.
It's like Euro number 47.
No, but at least the Europa League anthem, you know what's happening. You hear qua.
Listen, Robin.
Yeah,
the only reason.
that's
Listen, Robin. Let's not do this. The only reason why we even know the anthem. The only reason why we know the anthem is because teams like Man United and Arsenal featured in that competition. If we were not in that competition, I never knew what the Europa League anthem was for years. But now I've been bathing in it.
Right.
What's that in the where, bro? Sorry, Free Agenda said, look on the top 4 podcast comments. I put Bron vibe into it. But I don't see that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Bron.
All right. I guess there's no point doing predictions, is there? We did the European games, didn't we?
Right, this is what
I'm just getting used to it, Endo. I'm just getting used to it.
See, that's music to my ears. That is.
Oh, guys,
Oh.
I'm gonna be hearing that Wednesday night.
Oh,
Injected.
Oh.
song in years, bro. Peter's not being able to play that anthem.
Yeah, you've never played that song.
do you know how dusty the CD is? Do you know how much dust that's collected?
Hella cobwebs.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to get Mr. Sheen on that, fam. You know that was still it bang, fam. You know they were there.
I was gonna have to breathe in that and rub his stop on it. Looking like Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Bro, like,
years.
what's funny is,
it's
yeah,
hilarious.
what's funny is I know for a fact I'm not playing the Europa League anthem next season, but I don't know whether I'm going to be playing the Champions League anthem or playing no anthem whatsoever. That's the thing that worries me the most. Imagine that. Imagine knowing you will not play the Europa League anthem regardless. But
Wait, quick question. But Peter, would you rather, yeah? So let's say I offered you 2 pills. One of them is no Europe. The other is either Champions League or Europa League. What do you take?
I'll take the Champions League or Europa League pill. I would take that.
I take the no Europe, you know. I hate Europa League. It makes me sick. It's deplorable. I don't know how you could take another season in there, man.
Do you know what it is, yeah? No, you're right. Do you know what it is? I would... It's like LeBron James.
You can't see it.
I've been.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
That's brilliant. That's retweets for days.
AD, you're probably right, but you know, like when you've started a new shift and you have to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning, you hate it, but your body has now become programmed. The neural pathways in the brain have now made you aware of this. I think
Give me the 12 to 8, bro. Give me the 12 to 8.
The thing is, you know what? It's when you hit the group stage. It's the group stage Europa League where you think life is stress, and then the last 32. Meanwhile, on the Wednesday night, you man are playing last 16 in the Champions League. I'm playing 32.
Not anymore. You can go straight to the last 16 in Europa League now.
Hey!
What? Third place don't drop out anymore?
No, so what's happened is that first and second still go through in the Champions League. Third place and second place of Europa have a playoff, and that's the last 32.
I'll move, bro. You should just go out, man.
Yeah, just go out, man.
Imagine.
That's not fair, you know?
So if you finish first in the group stage in Europa League, you get a bye.
Oh, God.
That's nonsense.
Oh, God. You're out.
Ethically, it's nonsense.
Honestly.
My
days.
You finally gave up on Ziyech. He's just not my kind of player, man. He's a good player. It's just I don't care.
I don't know, man. I still think there's something there, man. There's something there.
He's got tech.
When he has his day, he'll be our best player. I have no doubt about that. He's just not.
You think is he just for vibes? Is it? I'm in London.
He's very vibey, very Bruno Fernandes-y, very spam. You know, just spam the ball. Like I get the ball, I'm pinging it regardless.
Well, like
No
KDB.
matter where I am, I'm looking for someone to ping it to. Yeah.
That's
So
it.
when it works, he's gonna do some worldy assists and score some world class goals. But it's not for me, man. I don't know.
No, hats off to AD, but he's the man of the match, the world heavyweight champion for sure. Guys, till next week, man.
I'd give it all away for Liverpool to win the league.
The next episode of the European Roundup comes out tomorrow. So check that out.
Check that. Yeah.
Big episode. Big episode.
And can we expose it? Can we expose what I'm going to start doing from next season?
From next
If you
season.
want.
Yeah,
Do you
try.
remember
Yeah, because we talked about it earlier in the group chat.
We talked about it in the group chat. There will
Mr.
be
Peas.
a football finance episode of the Top 4 podcast, lads. I'll be filling you in with all the finances and all the mullah, and we will. That should add a bit of a.
Wait, Peter, are you sure?
Am I sure?
No, that's a good question. Are you sure?
Why?
No. I feel like you see finances, yeah.
Yeah.
Like once you know it, you know it. Does that make sense?
I love you, Adrian.
Like what? I give you to a footsie team.
No,
The thing is,
it's a mini documentary.
I'll sort. You know what it is? I might make it like bi-weekly or once a month, but I won't be talking about every club. I'll be specifically focusing on certain clubs. I'll try and pattern it in a certain way.
I hate
Don't you worry, my friend. Listen, the Top 4 gang, yeah? Are you not ready,
There's
fam?
more new shows.
New shows coming, bro. Football and finances, fam. Robin, we need to do an El Calcio episode next season as well.
What's that?
It's just Italian football. But guys, thank you for logging in as always. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe as well. I don't know what the subscriber count is at the moment.
We're on 88. Get us to 100.
Come on, we're nearly there, lads. Lads and ladettes. So make sure you share, like, and subscribe. We'll be back next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Judgment Day.
Gano.
Holy smokes!
We'll say it in a yellow submarine.